fiend, think you saved the head, so spinning. She love 3 5 so nice, I'm grinning. The bitch so fine, on my ridiculous. Man, to lean for the paper chase. Music scene is my saving grace, so spinning. I lost my mind, I'm fine, I'm living. You touch my bro, spill wine, you're tripping.
Yes, guys. Yes, people. We are back. Another live stream, another video, same time, same place, same channel. Sorry for running late. Literally just got back too late from the gym, but better late than never. You guys already know, as the great Matisse always says, lateness is greatness. There is, I think I saw like 80 of you guys in here to start the stream. So big up everyone that's still in here. Smash the like and subscribe button on your way into the stream. Check out the description below as well. And head to the Jerseys FC website for all your best affordable football kits, just like this beautiful new Chelsea kit for the new season. If you guys want a discount as well, use the code CarefreeLewisG to get 20% off. And don't forget to join the giveaway as well. Any super chat, any donation gets you guys in with a chance of winning a fresh new Chelsea home kit. Anything over £5 gets you 2 lottery tickets. Anything over 10 quid gets you 4 lottery tickets. So guys, get involved. There's over 100 of you guys in here. Smash the like and subscribe button. And yeah, let's get into it. Big up everyone that's in here. Jamie saying, why are you airing me yesterday? I don't even remember you messaging me, bro. But big up yourself anyway. Hope you're all good. Should be seeing you in about 2 or 3 weeks when the season starts. Big up Kai, TR, Poku Doku. Football style, Timon, Senegalese Maldini, that's a great name. Keith Gundu, CFC Jack, SU, Timon, CFC Jack. Oh, so I said his name twice. Madge, Dinishan, big up everybody that's in here. Smash the like and subscribe button. We're going to go into the Chelsea Deadwood and why Marina is to blame for all of it, even if you guys don't already know. Alex, big up yourself in the comment section as well. E-Rock. And everybody else, JB, I don't even remember you saying anything from yesterday, but it might be the Zubbies. Is what it is. But yeah, we're going to go into this long-ass Kounde roller coaster that I'm personally tired of being on. I just want to get off this. The Deadwood, like we already said, we're going to go into the Marcos Alonso to Barcelona situation. And also Armando Broja, because it's looking like West Ham are going to walk away from this sort of deal. And Broja, you're going to have to hold that in that case. And yeah, maybe you focus on kicking ball and then you'll feel a bit more wanted. But yeah, we'll start off. Where should we start off? We can go in with this Broja stuff. Chelsea are not currently prepared to cooperate with West Ham regarding Armando Broja. And David Moyes' side are getting frustrated and could look elsewhere. Broja, like we already know, is more willing to leave Chelsea because he wants assurances over his game time. He wants to feel wanted. And I've already said on these streams that it's waffle. It's absolute waffle if you're talking about wanting to be wanted when you're in a squad with flops up front or players that just haven't proven themselves. I've already said numerous times, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but how do you look at our attack and not think you're not going to get consistent game time? Or not think that you're not going to get opportunities? You think Tuchel isn't frustrated with this attack? You think we ain't frustrated with this attack? We've just gone into 2 pre-season games. They look exactly the same. So I've got no idea why he's waffling. Personally, I think it's for a new paycheck. Because if anything, what wages is he on? Let me have a look. Armando Broja wages. 8.5k a week, apparently. That is, okay, so no wonder he's trying to leave. He doesn't want to feel wanted. He doesn't want assurances of game time. He wants more money. It's as simple as that. And to Armando Broja, how about you just be a little bit patient? Like, let's be real. You had a decent loan spell at Southampton, but it was only a decent loan spell. You bagged 6 goals. Like, Havertz and Lukaku still outscored you. So to me, it's like, I don't get why you're sitting here and thinking of your first ever season in the top flight, playing regularly for a professional club in the Premier League. You're thinking you can push your way out just for the sake of a new contract. It is just about the P's. Let's be real. It's got nothing to do with being wanted and wanting more game time because it's waffle. We are playing 2 to 3 games a week all the way from September to when we go off for the World Cup. You're telling me he ain't going to get game time? No Carabao Cup games, no Champions League group stage matches against a top 4 team or against maybe a promoted side in the Premier League. Like, we're going to have to do so much rotation through this system. Through this season. So I don't get him talking about wanting to feel wanted. It's waffle. It's bullshit. He just wants more money. And to be honest, like, if you wanted to negotiate with Chelsea for like maybe double your pay, 16k, I don't even think that's too deep. Like, that I could understand. You've had a good loan spell. Maybe you want to get a little bit more cash as a result of that. Fair enough. But how about you just focus on your football and you play at a level that commands more money, and then you demand that cash. And then if you don't, it would make more sense for you to want to leave. You have barely even played for Chelsea. I don't even remember this guy having a minute for us, except maybe that Bournemouth friendly last season, or the Everton game before lockdown when he came on as a sub. Other than that, I don't know. I did hear about West Ham being interested in Scamacca as well. I think they're going for both. Like, it's a Rafinha Dembele situation with us where we're putting bids in for both, and you either might take both or you might just look for the one. But Scamacca might be easier for them to get as opposed to Broja because we have no reason to sell him. And well, what's he going to do? Cry and say you don't want to play? Cool, we'll just throw you to the under-23s. We're the ones that got you on a 4-year contract. If you want to stunt your own development, you go and do that. But selling him to 30 million for a team that's aiming to try and contend for the top 4 spots, the spots that we're looking like we're going to be contending for next season, no, there is no reason for it. Explosive gamer, that's the only games he's played. Exactly. What's he waffling about? There is no reason for him to sit here and moan like he ain't going to get any game time. It's a load of bullshit. But yeah, that's me on the Broja situation. Drop your thoughts down in the comment section below. There is under 100 likes, and there are nearly 300 of you guys in here. People, run the likes up. If you haven't pressed that button, do me a favor. It's nearly the weekend. Let's be in a positive mood. Just press that like button. Just press it right now. And let's try and get to 200 likes before I send the link out to the rest of the panel. Zola25, DM me, bro. CFC Jack says this. Exactly. How are you going to sit here and say you're not going to get game time? It's bullshit. It's waffle. I don't want to hear anyone tell me that that's the reason why he wants to leave, because it's not true. It doesn't make logical sense. Little boy Blue Notes, again, big up yourself, my guy, saying I think it's more his family pushing the agenda. The family needs a sharp, man. I'm sick to death of families putting their noses in business just for their own benefit. They want the extra money because it benefits them as a family. Again, how about your boy just plays a little bit more and plays at a level that commands that price tag? I swear he only scored 2 league goals from January. And you're trying to sell him off like he's Kylian Mbappe, or we've got Erling Haaland's regen in our academy or some bullshit. No. Like, you're a good prospect, but that's it. People, like, I'm sick to death of families just coming in and just putting their noses in business that just doesn't suit them. It's a load of bullshit. Onto this Deadwood situation, because I saw this article from Matt Law yesterday, and I'm so not surprised by it because we've known this situation for years. We've seen Marina do her same bullshit every year of extending the contracts of Deadwood players just so we could sell them for loan fees, or so we could try and command some BS fee for them for no reason. But the article says, as Chelsea tried to tie up a deal for their third summer signing, Kounde, they've made little progress in selling unwanted players. Kepa and Werner, both of whom Tuchel would listen to bids for. Loftus-Cheek as well. Ross Barkley. Hudson-Odoi we've been looking at for a loan option as well. We've had so many players. Basically everybody on the damn, thumbnail. And Marcus Alonso, because my dumbass forgot to add him into that one as well. But we've been trying to sell all these players, and we can't do it because the wage structure is an absolute mess because of her ass. AC Milan have held talks over a loan move for Ziyech, who Chelsea would rather cash in on, and that's the only real offer we've had for Ziyech so far. And we already know the situation with Italian clubs. Like, most of them are broke, or they don't have the same financial strength as Premier League clubs, so we can't expect to give them Premier League fees, which is annoying, but I understand on AC Milan and the other Italian clubs' perspectives. The only firm offers that we've received so far for players have been for Broja and Levi Colwill. I think Cho had links with Brighton, but they haven't really progressed. There was interest from Bayern and Dortmund, I think quiet interest for Timo Werner. But again, it's the wages. And we're trying to sign the likes of Kounde, Kimpembe. Tuchel wants 2 extra forwards in the window, and we can't do it because we can't sell our Deadwood. And it's because of Marina. Players like Kennedy, Batshuayi, Bakayoko, all been given new contracts in recent years, despite clearly having no future here. She would also haggle over small fees for these Deadwood players. Like, do you remember when Leeds were interested in Michy Batshuayi this time last year and they wanted 10 mil, and then we pulled it up to 15 mil, and then they pulled out of the deal because they already have 2 strikers? And why are they paying 50 million for someone who's been a flop for us for the last 6 years? Makes absolutely no sense. Zappacosta as well, I thank God we were finally able to get rid of him, but he was another one that took ages to get off our books. Then you have the likes of who else? Cho, that we put on 120k a week. Kepa. The Kepa one will continuously piss me off because we spent 70 million on him, and what was it? A month or 2 before those negotiations, we were trying to get Alisson for the same fee, and we were haggling on that front. And then Alisson ended up going to Liverpool because they actually paid the money for him. Courtois then decided he's not going to turn up to training anymore because he told Chelsea he wanted to leave, and Chelsea were taking the piss out trying to find a replacement. So then our hands were tied. We got bent over a barrel by Athletic Bilbao for the same price for Kepa. And as you guys can clearly tell, we haven't been able to recoup even a tenth of that in terms of him. Scott saying the biggest fuckery that Leeds deals that we... Oh my gosh, I'm so finished. Absolutely finished, man. Zola25, Twitter or Instagram, bro, just message me. Matt Miazga, I don't even know what's happening with him, but I don't think his wages are too bad, so it's not that deep of an issue. Here's the thing. I get what you're saying in terms of how the new board should work on the Deadwood, but the Deadwood are the ones on big wages because of Marina, and that is why we can't shift them. Like, you have the likes of Timo Werner sitting here saying, I could be happy playing anywhere. I need more minutes before the World Cup so I can play for Germany. There are 3 ways that you can get yourself to have those extra minutes. Number 1, get good. And we haven't seen that. And I don't think we're going to see that. So that one's gone. A second one is you hand in a transfer request. You lose all your bonuses and you lose your agent fees if you really want minutes. Or number 3... like, we've already said hand in a transfer request. The number 3 is that you give a wage reduction. And then maybe other clubs will come in for you, because what club in their right mind is paying 260k for you a week? Other than, well, us, of course, because again, thank you, Marina. But here we are in it. Let's not re-sign Christensen and Rudiger to new contracts because they're defenders. But Batshuayi, Bakayoko, let me give you a 1-year extension on your 100k a week contracts, despite the fact you play like £10 a week players. Barkley on 94k a week. Utterly ridiculous. The only thing I'll say about Marina is at least she was able to get most of the fee back in that loan fee to Aston Villa. But we're stuck here in a situation where we're probably going to have a lot more of this Deadwood in the squad for next season. And Tuchel is going to have to rely on that Deadwood for a long period of time for next season and potentially the season afterwards as well. I think it's going to be 2 years at the very most before we actually get rid of most of them. Until then, like, if we don't bring in players in other positions and we have to rely on shitty, meaty Deadwood players that we know aren't going to be the answer to our problems, all I'm saying is don't blame Tuchel, blame Marina, because she's the reason why we're in that situation. And we're here. We're literally here. So, is what is. TR says we should have signed Jesus. He's going to back. We really should have signed Jesus, especially looking at our forwards up front. Jesus makes chances out of nothing. He makes assists out of nothing. He's got a good finish on him as well. He's looked very impressive for Arsenal in pre-season. And we decided we were going to go for Nathan Ake instead, which that one on Tuchel, I really don't understand, seeing as especially they were going to cost the same price. But here, Jamie's saying Dries Mertens. Like, is Dries Mertens a realistic transfer? Right, and also let me know you guys' thoughts on him in the Chelsea squad as well. 35 years of age. Not too sure about it. Let's see. What was his goal tally last season? Let's have a quick look. Bear with me, people. There's over 450 of you guys in here. Smash the like and subscribe. And again, let's try and get to 200 likes. I can't tell what the likes are right now, but why is my laptop lagging so much? Fucking hell. Right, so Dries Mertens 21-22 stats. All I can really go off his stats because I haven't really looked too much at the player and what he could bring to us at that sort of age. Played the majority of his time at centre forward. What's his numbers? Once this thing loads, we can have a proper look. Well, whenever you're ready, I'm just going to give it a sec. Man said go for St. Maximin for 40. In what world is St. Maximin £40 million? And also, in what world are Newcastle selling him? They got no reason to do that, my guy. No chance. No chance. 131 likes. Guys, that's poor. Run it up. Run up the likes, people. Okay, so we got 13 goals and 2 assists last season in about the same minutes Havertz played. I mean, he might be better than what we already have. Plays as a centre forward, a second striker. Feels like he'd be someone who'd be competing with Havertz and Batshuayi and Werner in the middle. Fuck me, we're going to have Batshuayi as a striker for next season. Kill me now. But yeah, maybe. But it depends on the fee and the wages and all of that. Depay is getting passed around to everybody like a Zubi. And that's a red flag to me, especially seeing as they signed him last year. So, personally, not that interested. Tom says wave for me. Well, there's a wave. Come on, guys. Let's run up the lights. Let's get to 200. Just one season, bro. Look at his other season. Let me see if I can find the thing again. I just came off the app. I'm surprised you like Dries Mertens so much. Let me know the reasoning for that. Because Mertens is the only player that you've brought up specifically, Jamie. So I want to know why. Jimmy Spliff TV says, if Arsenal's going crazy about Jesus' preseason form, then we would say they were deluded. But you guys are going crazy about Jesus' preseason form. Because I'm looking at it. And I'm also looking at what we're lacking. And it looks like what we're lacking. Jesus is making chances for himself. He's taking his chances well. He's playing really well. He's playing better than our forwards are playing, that's for sure. And we were linked with him. So, of course, I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, probably should have signed him. I'm seeing a few people say Depay again, but again, like it's the same thing with Upamecano. It's a red flag to me if you sign him and me trying to sell him off after one season. Doesn't look good. You'd keep him if he was good. Especially seen as your big special Barcelona and everybody loves you and they want to go to your club even though you're broke, you owe half your squad money, and you're going to be going out of business in a year or two, like this whole Kounde situation, which is really just long. Everyone's saying it'll be done in 24 hours, 24 hours, 24 hours. It's like, it's been 24 hours 5 times. What's taking so long? Hopefully today is the day, but fuck me, I'm tired of this roller coaster. I just want to get off it. I saw Jamie saying, you don't want to hear anything from Mertens' age when people talk about Ronaldo. Ronaldo, though, was one of the best players of all time. Not right now, obviously, but like being at that sort of level, you already know what he's going to bring you. And I know Ronaldo is going to consistently bring me goals as long as people consistently create chances for him. And I don't want to hear that chance creation is the biggest issue for us, because it's not. It's our finishing. Our finishing is utterly horrific. And that's the biggest issue for me. Our chance creation, yeah, like we don't create a lot of chances in games. But the last time we won the league, we weren't really the team to do that either. Like Diego Costa would get 1, 2, 3 chances a game max. And he'd still score once or twice. Because that is a baller. That is a quality goal scorer at the standard that Chelsea look for. And to me, Ronaldo, for all of his deficiencies, will still get you goals. Tuchel doesn't want him, which is fair enough. But to me, if our attack gets worse next season, or if it stays the same, I'm now pointing at Tuchel. And I'm saying, you had a chance to at least pursue him. If you pursued him and you didn't get him, United said, no, fair enough. But we're not even pursuing him. So if we don't go out and get a striker and our attack gets worse, I'm starting to look at Tuchel, man. I'm not saying Tuchel out or anything like that either for people who are going to be reactionary. I'm just saying I'm going to point at you and say you made a major mistake there. And that's what would have held us back throughout the entire season. I'm not saying Mertens don't score goals. I'm saying Ronaldo scores more goals. And I need someone who scores way more goals. Ronaldo scored 18 league goals and was the third highest goal scorer in the worst Manchester United squad in history. If you tell me he ain't going to score more goals in Chelsea's squad with better creators and better players around him, I don't know what you're smoking. And that's not for you in general. It's just for anyone who doesn't want Ronaldo in general. Elise, former youth player, brothers at the club and his Chelsea support. If there's a choice between him and say Maximum, give me Elise every day of the week. Elise's a baller, but I think he also would cost way too much. And I don't think Palace sell. He's probably on a big contract with them. Don't forget the fact he's English, he's young, and he has potential. We're getting fleeced if we go in for Elise right now. 10 years. Fair enough. Fair enough. Guys, run up the likes, smash the subscribe button and all of that. I'm going to send the link out to the boys in a little bit. I need to delete some tabs because this is all just long. Yeah, Matt Law says Kounde's moving in the right direction for Chelsea. Hope the saga may be coming towards an end. So do I, man. So do I, because this is just fucking tiring. I'm just sick of this. And we kind of put ourselves in the situation because we had Kounde in the bag and we threw it away for other options. When we could have just got Kounde in and those other options, and we would have had better depth as a result. Tuchel wants 3 centre-backs. Kounde would have been one of the 3 centre-backs anyway. We should have just gone for him. What happened to the Nkunku rumours? He contributed to 34 goals last season. Played under Tuchel before too. I think Leipzig just don't really want to sell him. And after 1 season of balling out, like, I would rather see what he does after a second season. You know what I'm like with these Bundesliga forwards. I'm going to have a question about them. So, is what it is. Nearly dropped my smoothie. CBO. I've been waffling for so much. I forgot to even down it. Seeds. Can't be asked. Did we hit 200 likes? Let me have a look. We hit 200 likes. Yeah, we did. Nice. Now let's run up to 300 people. Craigo says Sterling, Werner, Pulisic, Cho. Something's got to give. Oh, to me, right now off the top of my head, Cho, Werner, gone. But I think they're also the 2 on the highest wages. No, Pulisic. No, Sterling and Werner are. What the fuck am I talking about? But Cho's on silly wages. And so is Timo. They're the ones on the dumbest ones. 120k for Cho, which I understand in the situation, but then Achilles injury killed us. Absolutely killed us. Oh, that was it. He extended. Fair enough. I didn't really pay too much attention on the Nkunku front because I just didn't think we'd get him. Plus, I didn't think it would be the smartest move for us. Who would I want in attack? For me, I've already said my dream realistic front 3 is, well, realistic in terms of targets I think we could at least try and get, was Sterling, Ronaldo, and probably one of Havertz or Mount in the front 3. I think you get a creator in Kai Havertz, or what everyone tells me is a creator in Kai Havertz. You have someone with strong movement and direct dribbling who makes the most out of the movement in the striker in Sterling. And you have Ronaldo, who you feed chances to, and he just puts in the back of the net, be it through crosses, be it through low crosses, be it through short passes from the likes of Ronaldo and Havertz and Sterling, which they're both capable of. I think that's a good enough front 3 for us for the next season. Bro, we've been in the Champions League final with Rafinha and we lost that one. I hope we get them, though. That would be an unbelievable set of games. Liao on deadline day because we're desperate. Bro, we'd have to pay the full 150. God forbid. Because then that price tag is just stuck on his head. So for me, no, I'm not here for it. I am not here for it. What about Havertz saying on 300k a week? He's on half that. He's on 150. God forbid he was on 300k a week. I'd be on his neck even more. That'd be a load of, that would be bullshit. Sterling, CR7, Havertz, and Mount in the midfield of a back 4. cooks. Havertz can't. Yeah, he can't play on the wing, but he can play in the 10s or the inside forward positions. And I'm sure we could get a tune out of him there. If we can't, then, like I said, this will be the season where I wash my hands on him. But I have to wait and see on that front. Is Kounde joining? Yes. Well, it looks like it. Barca apparently just can't really afford him, and they're doing the same thing that they did with Lewandowski, where they're trying to make the player wait the whole transfer situation out in the hope that they can get him for less cash. Barca are really, really fucking stingy. Also, Marcos Alonso to Barcelona looks very unlikely now, which is like, yeah, you dickheads can pay 150 for Lewandowski, for Rafinha, and for Kounde, but 7 million for Alonso or Azpilicueta. Nah, we can't afford that. Can't afford that. I absolutely despise this club, man. Absolutely fucking despise them. The day they get liquidated, we are having a 24-hour celebration stream on this channel. Like, anyone can roll through or just celebrate Barcelona being in the mud. I don't even care if AC's there. Barca can get fucked sideways. Couldn't care less. There's no realistic attackers we can get, Lewis. Let's get Depay. Bro, what is Depay's numbers? You know, everyone's talking about him so much. Did he even bang goals last season? Memphis Depay 21-22. Let's see what it's saying. This is fucking lagging. I can't be bothered. Depay ain't worth me checking. No, you know what? I could check Wikipedia. I'll have its stats up there. Oh, so he got 12 goals for Barcelona in 28 appearances. Our attack's so bad if I'm thinking that's decent numbers. Fucking hell. Oh my gosh. And he got 1 goal in Europe. Might be alright. Might be alright in a centre forward role or something. I don't even know. But yeesh, we are in the mud. What we have? Oh shit! We got Sarah at 120k a week. Marina, you don't get me started on that dickhead. Aspi Alonso will leave this summer. Barca isn't the only club for Alonso. Fair enough. Let me send you guys the link. You know what? It has. We've gone past 3 o'clock, so one sec. Guys, bear with me. This is the quiet part where I send the link out to everybody. So, give me a sec. Oh, yeah, no. I swear Sar's on 100k a week, not 120. Either way, it's too much. It's just too much. No, it's too much. It's fucking laptop lagging to death. Like the fucking bullshit. Oh, Jesters can't make the screen. It is what it is. Okay, so send it to Jess. We'll send it to the chat. C1. Poku Doku wants a link, which cool. Fucking work, man. Yeah, guys, join the lottery as well because I need a new fucking laptop. This is pissing me off. Okay, yep, that'll work. Right, there's a few of you guys in here already. Big up T1 saying surely it can't just be our players. United, you could see a pattern of play. Just so as Arsenal. Tuchel has to bear the blame for that Pulisic and Cho wingbacks. No, it's the personnel. Pulisic had a good preseason, so I can't really hear too much on him.
Also, Arsenal is a bad example because they've actually, for as much as like I don't rate Arteta, he's been backed heavily and he's got players that fit the style of play he wants to play. Like you look at Jesus, and it's a striker that can play with his back to goal, but can also create something out of nothing. Has good link up play, and that's what Arteta wanted. That's why Lacazette played so much. He just couldn't score for shit. Even with like the fullbacks and all the midfielders and the attackers they've got, like the wingers, like they've got players that fit the system. With United, fair enough, it's a little bit different, but with Ten Hag, I rate him as a manager, and I think there's certain things he does differently to Tuchel. For example, what I spoke about on yesterday's stream, I think it was about with Tuchel doesn't like to do patterns of play in the final third. He likes to give them attackers an opportunity to have freedom. Ten Hag's not like that. His is all about patterns of play in every stage of every third of the pitch. But yeah, with the Deadwood thing, by the way, because I want to talk about that, it's just these players just aren't desirable. That's the thing, and it's that's what it's just it doesn't help with the wages. The players that we're trying to get rid of, there's no reason for clubs to take them on huge wages. There's no reason for clubs to take them when they're not good, really, or they're kind of average. Like the other clubs have all the power, and also it doesn't help. There's much better options out on the market than some of the players we have in the same positions.
It's only desirable to Marina, and that's it.
Say, for example, you look at a Marcos Alonso. If I'm a Spanish club, I can go and sign someone from a lower league team in the Spanish league who's probably better or as good and for a considerably cheaper wage.
I was surprised Barcelona were even interested in, let alone still being interested in him. It made no sense to me. Plus, the new camp is a fucking massive pitch. The amount of space Alonso would have to cover. Like, you're asking to concede goals off the left. So it made no sense to me, but they can't afford the 7 million for him. Absolutely surprised by that, seeing as the amount of money they're willing to throw on Rafinha and Kounde and everyone like that. But we're stuck with Alonso for another year. It's not the worst thing in the world because I don't think we're getting wing-back depth. So we're going to have to keep Alonso in that case anyway.
No, it is bad, Lewis. Look at the wing backs. Fabrizio tweeted out last night an update on 4 wing backs that are currently moving. I think it was. You got Cucurella is looking to push a move to Man City. That's happening. Raum, one of the best left wing backs in terms of numbers last season, he's going to Leipzig. You look at who else was there. Obviously, we lost Klaus, the right wing back. He's gone to Marseille. There was someone else at left wing back who's on the verge of moving, or terms have been agreed. We're missing out on all of these people just because we can't get rid of this shit Deadwood, and we just don't want to have a cluster of left wing backs and left backs. So we
Thank you, Marina.
Someone's mentioned it. West Ham are pushing for Kostic as well, and again another great wing back was some of the best. Was linked with some of the best teams in the world a couple seasons ago. I think even last season as well when he was pushing to leave Frankfurt.
He was linked to Tottenham as well before the time.
Perisic and Juve as well, I think.
Sociedad wants Alonso too, apparently. I haven't really heard Sociedad links, but fair enough.
Alonso will get sold.
Probably, but we're missing out on so many wing-back targets because of our just inability to go in.
I kind of just accepted we're not going to bring depth in that position because there's so many areas that we're not strengthening, but I've heard we're at least looking at forwards, we're at least looking at centre-backs. I've heard nothing on the wing-back front.
We're
nobody that we've been linked with.
We've got over a month in the window left still.
I know, but even with that, we already knew the midfield was going to be sorted out later towards the window. That's what was reported. We've heard about forwards. We've heard about defenders. We have not heard about wing-backs.
If we don't get wing-back depth, we're not progressing this season then, because there is an inevitability that through the sheer amount of games they have to play, Chilwell and James cannot play every game. So we're going to be forced to rotate other players in. And we have no one to play right wing back. I don't trust any option there we have apart from
Neither do I. I'm not happy with it, but I don't see us getting anyone.
And then left wing back,
I'd let Kennedy play there.
Kennedy maybe, but I need to see more. He was good in what I saw against Charlotte, but I need to see more. And it's on the left side,
or I'd let Ruben play there. He did very well there.
Yeah, Ruben was well at right wing back.
It's just
that's a dominant position for him. It suits all of his abilities well. Suits everything he does well.
And this is my point is we're just settling for average because we're not bothering to get cover.
He went average.
Nobody that we get is going to be better than Reece James. It's everyone that we look at is going to be a cover.
Better. I'm expecting someone who can push him. So a Klaus, he can push him for a starting spot. He's probably not going to get a starting spot, but push him, and will also be good enough that even when the thing with backups is, and I've said this before about goalkeepers, is the thing with backups is the best backups are players that come in and the level isn't going to drop. The level isn't going to. You're not worried about them coming in. Like Alonso, he's a shit backup because we know the level is going to drop, and we're worried every time he comes in the team. So he's not a good backup. We need backups. You need people who are going to come in and you're like, cool. I know not to be worried in that position because they're not equally as good, but they're going to put in what they're going to show is going to be good enough that we can still play well. And we're just not getting that at wing backs. And
I mean, Justice has put a good point in. With that in mind, do you think it would be even more likely then that we try play a back four a bit more this season?
No,
if we're not going to be getting wing back depth.
Personally, I don't think so. I think we're sticking with this back three. I don't see the need. I don't see the need to sign 3 centre backs if we're going 4 at the back. We'll have like 6 or 7 centre backs to the club, and that just makes it.
I don't think we're signing 3 centre backs anymore.
No, but you could see Kounde play potentially as a right back. Depending on who comes in as the third centre back. Can Cole play left back?
Yeah, he can.
Oh, again with this like just square pegs and round holes. So can we not just get fullbacks?
Turns out we can't because we ain't doing it.
Emerson's still here. He's decent enough for a season.
But look at what we're saying. He's decent enough.
Point. Again, it's like
we can give him a run out for the season. He tries.
My point is, we're not going to challenge for anything serious. So like,
but it's about progressing, and you're not progressing anywhere with just the same shit we've had year on year. It's the same point Lewis made. Like, we've watched these players not be good enough for nigh on 7 years. There's some of them have been here longer than some of our club legends, and we've seen, if at best, we've seen glimpses of quality.
Apparently, Vardio can also play left back.
He can, and I've seen it in the World Cup play to a good enough level. He's one I think can play in both.
Okay, so with that in mind, if we got Kounde and we got Vardio, then we would have depth in those positions.
Yeah, I'm not worried about anything that we do defensively. I think that's the strongest part of our team is our shape and the way that we, aside from Alonso, which we all know defensively has his moments. Like everyone else, I'm not really worried defensively about any of these guys.
Yeah,
it's the strongest part of our team.
Yeah, defensively, I'm not worried. It's everything going forward because I can't watch another year of what we had to watch against Charlotte. I can't watch another season of all the shit we had to watch last season.
And
I can't physically put myself through that personally. Like,
I hear what you're saying, but we have solved that need. Exactly what you're saying. Now we've got to look at other places.
Also, we got promised 6 signings. We've made 3. Say you get another centre back, that's 4. There's 2 other signings that we can get, and in that you can get a backup wing back that could potentially cover both sides, and another attacker if Werner or Ziyech leave. A creative. Or a striker.
Yeah, because I can't. To me, it's like the midfield, the wing backs. I think maybe we're just not going to get reinforcements in that area, other than versatile options that could play in defense and in the wing backs.
The fact that we've had Gallagher come back and potentially Gilmore, we don't know what's happening with him. I don't think we're touching midfield this summer, personally.
Neither do I.
Not.
I think the biggest issue on that is just sort out the contract extensions.
Not to next season. I don't think we're going to re-sign Jorginho. I think we're going to let him leave on a free.
So do I.
Pick up Daniel.
Then we're going to sign the DM next season.
Yep.
I'd say that I probably agree with that. That we'll probably look next season. But
yeah.
But there's so many holes in our team, especially mainly going forward, and it's worrying because again, as I said, I can't put myself through it. I physically can't put myself through watching the dross that we have to watch going forward. I can't put myself through watching Cho run at a player and then pass backwards. I can't put myself watching Michi back.
I'll put myself through it, but it's going to be a long season.
I physically can't.
It's going to be a long season.
Physically can't.
In terms of
also in response to who the person who thinks I think we could fill every position. No, I don't. That's why I said I don't think we're touching midfield. Also, Tottenham in the space of time we've signed 3 players and have been messing about with others. Have signed 6 in key areas that they needed. So how does that work?
Mm-hmm.
So don't give me we can't sign this many players. Just you can. It's about having intent and going and doing it quickly.
The only thing that I'll allow is that we did start late off the back of changing our entire backroom stuff, which is fair enough.
That's fair, but I don't subscribe to this idea that you can't go and get every position you need. Yes, you can.
The only person I really want to see that I think changes this team completely is Ronaldo.
I'm with you, my guy. I'm on this Ronaldo hype here.
I refuse to believe he wouldn't score 25 goals in this team. He just would. The way I'm not concerned about pressing or any of that. The other 2 or 3 guys who are going to create for him will be able to advance the ball into spots where he can make movements and finish goals. He probably has 2 in that Charlotte game by himself.
I'm telling you, man. Ronaldo, Sterling, Havertz. That is a good attack.
I still think Ronaldo would be kind of like Lukaku, but
in what way?
Different mentality for sure. Way different mentality.
In what way?
But in Tuchel's system, I think you have to press or it's not going to work.
Right. Other than pressing, in what way?
Yeah, Ronaldo's nothing but a goal scorer, though.
That's all we need. That's what I want.
What do we need? And then what do we need?
Yeah, but I would like our striker to do a little bit more, though.
If my striker's scoring goals, I don't give a fuck what else he does.
Lukaku's
if he scores 25 goals, I don't care if he presses a Cuban sandwich, man.
Lukaku's nothing but a goal scorer and did nothing last season, so.
Ronaldo at least gives you movement.
Way better movement.
And
way
better
movement.
play. What do you mean you don't know about that?
I don't know about that.
His movement is the exact same thing as Lukaku. His link up.
If you want to put
Lukaku straight up couldn't. I know Ronaldo's not the best at it, but I mean in terms of the level, like it's already better than Lukaku.
It's not the same. It's obviously better, but it's not the level of what it needs to be. Like it's not great. It's kind of average. It's kind of
no, I agree with you on that. Ronaldo would only be a short-term fix for us for about a year or two at the most.
Yeah, but you're going to be
paying.
Yeah, but you're going to be paying 300 plus K for a 1 year option. That
he wants a pay cut. Though. He wants a pay cut.
He's on 500K at the minute, Lewis.
I think his agent said he'd be willing to take like a 30% cut, which. Listen, for a year, I don't care. I really don't care for a year how much we pay him if he scores goals. And you're not holding anyone back if it's for a season.
Exactly. I don't care if we're one-dimensional. I would rather us be one-dimensional and get goals through Ronaldo than just be confused about where we're even getting goals from unless it's a penalty.
If we're signing Ronaldo, we need to sign another attacker that's creative. Like, you can't rely on just Sterling and Ronaldo. You need someone who is also like an elite chance creator in the final third.
Well, allegedly it's Havertz, so that's why I'd want Havertz in that position.
No, that's not Havertz. It's not Havertz. You'd have to go Sterling, Ronaldo, and then
Mount.
We obviously can't get him. Shut up. We obviously can't get him, but Dembele.
The man said Mount.
Mount can create, man.
I said elite chance creator.
Consistently.
Did you not see him against Charlotte? Those chip through balls.
I'd like to see something more like
consistently. Don't know about one game, bruv.
If you had like a front four almost of like say Sterling, Pulisic, Ronaldo, and Mount and behind him as a 10, I think that would be pretty sexy.
There's no one creative in that front line though.
Well, yeah, I mean,
apart from Sterling,
I still think Mason is good enough to open those guys up from the 10 spot.
I just think like if you're gonna sign a striker, you need to sign a striker with like the profile of like an Aubameyang or /Mbappe. Those profile strikers, like fast strikers who are direct.
We have that. We literally have that. We have that and want to get rid of him because he's shit. What?
Yeah, but with more ability, you know what?
What are you waffling about, man?
No. Aubameyang wouldn't work in this team either because he's literally the best times he had at Arsenal were running in behind off the last man, which you can't do when you're playing low blocks, which is majority of the time what we come up against.
Yeah. Which is why I like a guy like Ronaldo because he knows how to find space in those areas and against low blocks. He's an elite level. I mean, we're talking about one of the two best players of all time, maybe two or three best players of all time. Like he's got an elite level of movement in the box,
like another off-the-shoulder guy who misses hella chances. What?
Respect to Aubameyang, man.
No, dirty Gooner bastard. No chance. I was crying in Baku with the rest of them Gooners, and I loved it. I don't care. Fuck that, man. Oh my god, I can't believe I heard that.
And some of these Chelsea fans, you guys don't deserve Jules Koundé, man. The way you guys have been talking the last 2 or 3 days. Oh, we got gazumped by Barca again. Oh, he's going to Barca. Oh, Barca beat us again. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Who are you listening to?
I'm still waiting until he's holding the shirt up because obviously we said this about Rafinha and Dembele. I'm still going to wait. As soon as I see holding the shirt, or I see the here we go from Fab, then I'll get excited.
I hear you, Scott, but just completely different scenarios with the two of them. It just is.
What?
Big Ron, thanks
Sorry,
for
so Tommy Tuchel's like Alex on them Adderall tabs, and I was thinking that's why he ain't said nothing yet. Fair enough. I did see. There they are, bruv. I did see from the Athletic, because people were talking about it, Chelsea have inquired over the availability of Alan St. Maximin. I'm just here to say it's not happening.
I like him. I like the player a lot.
Would you guys think
great player, but it's not happening. Why are Newcastle selling?
would you think Emmanuel Dennis from Watford?
What?
Haven't really seen too much of him recently. I know he was good when he was in the Prem, but
Who?
Emmanuel Dennis.
Oh,
The
Dennis.
Yeah.
I don't really know in terms of his experience or.
If we're
Can I
signing
go
another-
back on? Can I go back on Ronaldo real quick? I know.
Yeah, go for it, bro.
Let's pretend that Ronaldo is not Ronaldo, just the player that we want in that specific space. So we're playing low block team, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want out of your forward? In tight spaces, you don't want runners, but you want the guy that one move, one touch, first touch should be good in tight spaces. That's the requirements. The flickery enough, how you say it, flickery.
Good passes in tight spaces.
No. Like
or one touch passing.
One touch pass guy. You know, like those kind of players should be definitely needs to be aerial threat in the box. Is an aerial threat. That's definitely should be a little bit of physicality present. Right? Definitely should be what's the name? Definitely should be like annoying defense a lot, like how you say it. What's
constantly asking questions of them and stuff.
Bully.
Yeah.
A bully, yeah. Diego Costa type, like a little bit of get under the player's skin that you need in the forward. Then like a positional awareness in the box, outside the box. And the biggest thing for me is defense to be identified as the threat from the defense. That's the big one of the biggest parts. The defense will know that you're there. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do nothing, but defense is so worried about you, so they're constantly thinking about it. So inside that space, and has to be both, not has to be, but has to be decent enough with both feet, right? Please tell me who can fit that kind of thing that we get. Please tell me.
Ronaldo's got everything except maybe the bullying factor, and to some extent the link up as well.
The word I was looking for, clever enough.
Yeah,
in the box when I was saying. Please tell me this is not Ronaldo.
This is the thing, like Ronaldo fits a good amount of those attributes. There are some that he doesn't fit, which again, fair enough. I'm not saying Ronaldo
think there's only one he doesn't think. The rest of them he is fitting.
Yeah.
I'm serious. People think that because of him, the reason why people like Scott, I know Scott doesn't like him. People think that he will ruin, what's his name? Like he the one that ruined Rashford. He was the one that ruined Hava guy, whatever.
Oh no!
I don't think that it. You what?
They ruined themselves.
Rashford ruined Rashford. He's just shit.
Okay, but
Rashford ruined Rashford. So, Greenwood defo ruined Greenwood. Martial ruined Martial. That's all them.
So my like I seriously trying to find the sense of understanding why Ronaldo is not. I understand the only thing that it goes against him it's his big personality.
Yeah.
But for me,
for a year,
it's for me. It's actually what's the name? It's not how you say it. It's not like those things like he does it to make he makes on the same time that he can demands the ball like how I said, demands to be the main first. At the same time, he brings the team to be in that. He wants. It's not like he's doing it out of malicious thing. You know what I'm saying? He's doing it because he wants to win, not because he does because it's all about me. Do you think he has a chance of winning his things that he wants to win by just trashing everybody out? No. He goes into the team demanding winning. He demands everybody to be on his level. That's my thing. It just baffles me how like people.
That's the thing. You say no to that sort of mentality at the club as well. You've just gone from Lukaku, and people like, saying that I'm the best here. I'm gonna make you all better just by watching me. It's like you've won nothing. The only thing you won is the Champions League because you're a reserve player here in 2012. That's it.
Him and Lukaku have complete polar opposite mentality. It's like I agree with Alex completely.
It's like when people saying like, so why did we get rid of Lukaku? If you do not see the difference, why we let go of Lukaku and why I prefer Ronaldo, I don't know. Like I don't want to insult nobody.
I've already said it's people have already seen one side of the spectrum and they've seen one extreme, and a guy who doesn't move, doesn't do anything, has a terrible mentality and barely scored for us. And now they want the complete opposite. They want a road runner that can run around and do everything and is completely well-rounded and presses for 90 minutes, even if their finishing isn't that good.
I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny that people blaming Ronaldo for Man United. I think it's just
exactly. He takes some of the responsibility, but like only as much as like some of the other players who maybe weren't 100% to blame. He's only taking responsibility as a player of the team. That's it.
Yeah, like I like Havertz a lot. I don't care if he presses if he's not scoring goals. Like I don't care if I look at his post game. Yeah, but like I don't need to look at his post game and be like, man, Havertz was pressing like crazy today. Well, but we lost 1-0 or we drew 1-1 because he couldn't score. Like I just want him to finish. I don't really give a shit if he's pressing
the pressing's nice, the movement is nice. What I would like is for you to be good when you're on the ball. Right. And I'm sorry, I haven't seen it from Havertz yet. I haven't seen it from Werner, and I've basically given up on his arse. I'm at least giving Havertz another year. I haven't seen it from... Oh, don't get me started on Michy Batshuayi, a clueless guy. It's pointless. And people are now saying, no, we shouldn't be looking at Ronaldo. Sorry, we're about to have attacking three of Havertz, Werner, and Batshuayi as our only players that can play up front. And people are sitting and saying, no, we don't need Ronaldo. Shut up, man. How are you turning your nose up at one of the greatest finishers of all time for fucking Timo Werner or Havertz and his progression? Or giving Batshuayi a chance in 2022?
By the way, when people saying pressing, if we are we're not counter-attacking team.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? We don't like. I seriously, Scott. I would think that you, the way I understand that the way Scott talks about the game, I do think I understand. We disagree on some of the things, but I think you will understand why Ronaldo is actually. I understand that the mindset it's big for you, but I think it's actually opposite. I think it's like a people like negativity people looking for. I think people looking, specifically Man United fans, I think they looking for excuse, and Ronaldo is the one that they blame for it. But I think it's bigger problem than Ronaldo at Man United.
Well, like, and the amount of times that he's going to be asked to press are so like Alex said, we have the ball probably between 65 and 70% of the time. So like the amount of times that you're asking him to press in a game are not that many. So like I'd rather him score goals when we have the ball than him press the few times a game we don't have the ball. Like maybe in a game where you're playing like a City or Liverpool where maybe possession is a bit more even or we're just out of our favor. Maybe then is a game where you want maybe more of a presser, but like in most of our games, and like the vast majority of our games, we have between 65 and 70% of the ball. He doesn't need to press in those scenarios.
Did that not apply for Lukaku last season as well?
Scott, I'll let you talk. I'll let you explain. I know I asked you a question, like not ask you a question, but I know I mentioned your name. But just look at this. Just before I will shut up on Ronaldo. Just look at this situation. Who does City have as a striker? Who does Liverpool has as a strike force? Not striker, strike force. Who does Tottenham has as a strike force? I think Tottenham actually has the best strike force in the league right now. And look who we have as a strike force. Explain it to me, like I don't know. I'm done. So on Ronaldo, you can. Scott, you can.
I guess you can sum it up by saying our recruitment. Our recruitment has let us down over the years. We have all these players that are all mismatched. It's unbelievable.
We got too many free thinkers.
No, it's
our players are all mismatched. I don't know.
It's actually not about the recruitment. I don't think.
I think
it's not. No.
The biggest issue.
I think you base recruitment on the style you prefer to play, right?
Yes.
What style does Chelsea known for?
No. I said they're mismatched because they are not same style.
No. Okay.
Just got our players.
Let's
also
stop on that. Let's Scott talk about what he wanted to say about Lukaku before.
I'll go back to that in a moment. On the recruitment thing and on the style of play, it doesn't matter what you were known for, it's what you're playing now. Like our signings that we've made, we've not consistently made signings that have fitted the way we want to play. Like we want to play an attacking system, then sign players that work in a defensive system with balls over the top. We want to play a defensive system.
Why are we doing that? Why are we buying this?
So it's not recruitment, it's the fact that we changed managers so much.
No, it is recruitment.
Part of the recruitment.
Brandon, DM me.
It's the whole process. It's the whole process from top to bottom. Number one,
no.
Why are you
if we're changing managers, the type of players keeps changing.
Exactly. We're buying one manager. We're recruiting one manager.
What do you mean? You're not recruiting for the next manager?
No. Listen. Why did we?
Can I finish my point?
We bought Havertz because.
Go ahead, Scott.
Let Scott finish.
You don't buy players for a specific manager. You buy players for a philosophy. The players that City have now under Guardiola are still going to be there and still going to work when they get the next manager that fits the same style of play and same system and the way they want to play.
Find a manager that can play.
They'll be able to find a manager. They had the perfect opportunity and they didn't fuck it up. He just decided to go to United.
And that's
it's
it.
all about,
there's
other players, there's other managers out there. It kind of depends on what direction they decide to go. But it's like you buy players for a philosophy. You buy players for, even if it isn't going to work for this manager, it's going to work for the next manager because the next manager we bring is going to have the same philosophy. We went from Kounde to Sarri. How does that work? We went from
because we've never had a philosophy.
Exactly.
We never gave any manager to build some kind of philosophy from down up, right? So, which philosophy were they going to go off?
Exactly.
And where does that come from? No, where does this lack of an idea, lack of philosophy come from?
They're not trusting managers.
But that's not scouts. That's owners.
I'm talking the whole issue that we've had at this club for a number of years.
Let's not talk seriously.
For as great as he was for us, as much as I loved him as an owner, Abramovich had some serious issues in terms of we never, ever created an identity of what the philosophy was going to be going forward. We did to begin with, and it worked.
I agree with you on that.
They reached a point where we stopped.
That's why.
Also,
Jimmy, that's why I keep saying.
Then pay the money, bitch. Otherwise, shut yourself. As I was saying.
That's what I keep telling you, Scott. It's not scouting. It's the philosophy. And Abramovich had fault. I agree with you on that. But we like a poor Real Madrid. I don't think Real Madrid has an identity and philosophy.
No, they don't. Yeah. Well, they did. It was kind of like chopping and changing.
You see what I'm saying? They don't have that thing.
When I say scouts, I put recruitment. I put all of it into the same bubble of it at the top. It was the top down. That's what fucked us. We don't have philosophy. We have all these shit to get rid of because of the people at the top. We're in a place where we are in terms of like having no philosophy, as I said, from the top down. Our recruitment is a joke because of people at the top, because they get in these scouts like Scott McLaughlin and go, what the fuck they're doing. Like, it comes from the top down. Everything filters down. What you do at the top filters down into everything else.
Exactly. So why McLachlan is fault when he doesn't? For example, even that I'm not defending the guy. Never, I don't know who he is. But for example, if recruitment doesn't know the philosophy, who are we looking for?
If he doesn't know what kind of
recruitment are just told.
He's just scouting the best players.
Another thing that Abramovich has that I did not like. He will always have that thing that, like, for example, that signing that the person that he liked, I loved the man, but like, he's so Russian. It's not even funny. Like, he will go for the player that he will go for the player that he likes, and he doesn't give a crap that manager doesn't want him. It's my club. I do whatever the crap I want. That's what he had at time to time, and it will unsuit the manager. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have a patience, just like all the Russian people. We are trigger warning. We're really trigger quick people.
You can say, like, it didn't not work because we won everything there is to win. So it did work in that sense, but it does, I guess, for a long-term philosophy, like now where we have a new owner who's going to be more of that kind of owner who wants to have a long-term philosophy. There's going to be a little bit of a window where it takes some change. Like, where now you're going to have to start buying certain players that fit the profile of the manager that you have. You're going to have to invest in that manager for more than 2-3 seasons. You have to give him a bit of an opportunity.
Another thing that Ronaldo is good. He's a short-term to the fixed to long-term product.
Yeah. He's a perfect stopgap to where next summer, after the World Cup, there's always names that come out. You might identify a young striker that fits your system now. Exactly. Maybe there's a guy, maybe like I don't know. I haven't watched enough of him. But
in Cuckoo.
Yeah, in Cuckoo.
He will have 2 years under his belt, and then you can make, not like Timo Werner and buy him.
Timo Werner did have 2 good seasons, by the way, still.
Oh, Chris is back.
I'm genuinely so glad. I'm really glad that our philosophy to signing players is exactly the same. We just want the big names. That's all we want. We just want the big names.
I don't think no.
At least the players we signed recently are young, so we do have them for a couple of years. Timo,
some Ireland, some McGregor in the house.
I'm here. I'm here to take over.
Who the fuck is that?
So have you guys already talked about the Deadwood?
I was gonna ask, do you think we should be looking for a technical director soon? Because Bowley and Tuchel.
It looks like it's already in the works.
That will be the biggest signing we make this summer if we make it. The biggest signing.
I think it's already in progress.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's already in progress.
Get it done then, because like.
No. I'm saying we have like. Remember in May we did not know that we are gonna be in the Premier League or not. It's not that far. It's a month ago. We didn't know if we have a new owner, or we're gonna be benched, or we're gonna be deducted points. You know what I'm saying? And now we all of a sudden we are like, look, I think you have to have a patience.
Yeah.
And I think we need to, I still think we're signing a midfielder. I still think that it will be.
Come on, De Jong.
I mean, De Jong is De Jong. Like I don't know.
Man,
he's another guy that has a weakness for me to go into the Premier League midfield, but he's clever enough to. I wouldn't be that opposite to him. I like how he plays. Like, get me wrong. It's not that. It's just I'm just looking at those guys like a fragile people. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's on the slice.
But for me,
go ahead, Jacob. My bad.
I was just going to make a quick statement. To me, I think the best way to put it, man, he's almost like a cover that can do really good passes as well. That's how I see him.
Yeah.
Like, he can wiggle his way out of room. Yeah, he doesn't have the physicality. He might get kicked a lot too, but he can wiggle around, so he can just counter when pressed on, and also give that nice ball. And he's still 20. Like I still think he's going to improve. He's just such a talent. I hope we do pull a lot off because of the situation that's happening.
Yeah,
we probably could get him.
if I'm Chelsea, I'm playing the long game with De Jong in the window. Like the later the window goes, the better price you're going to get because Barca have to sign him. He doesn't want to go to Manchester, so you're not worried about being rivaled by another club for his signature. The only club that has been mentioned that he would come to is Chelsea right now, because he likes the sporting project and he likes London and the manager and all that stuff. So the longer you make Barca wait, the better price, because we're not paying that 85 plus 10 that United agreed on. We're not paying that.
I'm not actually upset.
But even if we do, it still feels like a good deal.
I'm not opposite to 85 for him.
It's a Havertz situation where we're in the best time. Like if this was next season where there's open market and a bunch of clubs want him, we probably won't get him. But this is another Havertz situation where we actually got money to spend. And with the most appealing club compared to Man United, who's been in for him for a long time, and maybe other clubs can't come in at the moment for him, so it could be just right time, right place, right time kind of thing. In this case, and like you said, the longer the window goes, the more desperate they become, and if he really wants to, if he wants to get out there.
I'm not against that price either, but I just think in this scenario where we have clearly the upper hand because Barca have to get him off the books, he doesn't want to go to Man United, so that deal is really not on the table. We're the only club. We're the only club who could come in and maybe say, all right, what about 65
he
or
has
70?
to want to leave.
That's fair. He has to agree to come.
It's not about him wanting to leave. It's about Barca forcing him to leave.
I was going to say,
he wants to stay. Yeah, he doesn't want to leave. But if they force him to leave. But if he has to leave, I just think Chelsea has a better package to offer to him than Man United at this moment.
I agree. And he's so to see because he hasn't agreed to go there. So
I think the transfer fee is a bit high because Barca are looking for. Yeah, I was going to bring that up. That Barca are looking for someone to cover that money too.
17 That's why you wait as long as you can in the window. Because there's nobody else. There's nobody else in for him.
Just think about it. Remember when they said that midfield is the last thing Chelsea is going to be looking at the transfer market? Maybe that's the reason why. Because they want to see why. Nobody still answer me. Why Boli met with Laporta?
He wanted to get Christensen back on loan.
No, seriously. If people say
we don't want to buy him just on loan.
If people saying because of Azpilicueta, freaking mad.
Yeah, they didn't meet over a $4 million deal.
Azpilicueta or Alonso.
Do you reckon? Well, do you reckon it's over? Yeah, Aspi and Alonso and stuff.
Yeah. You don't fly to Barcelona over.
I have a feeling like our name's just getting thrown in with De Jong, maybe to push United to spend 85 million.
I agree with that. But
they already agreed.
Met
That's the thing, though. They already agreed with United for that price. Like they would sell him to United if he wanted to go. They would sell him to United right now.
Agreed. Yes, exactly.
I get a feeling that Boli was trying to throw some players in with the deal, and it's probably that's why it's a tougher thing. No, I mean Aspi wants to come, maybe Alonso.
Man said for Memphis. Oh boy.
No. He is an awful player.
I'd still debate taking Depay. It's just his attitude is awful. That's the only question I have about him. Because he's one of those players that can create something out of nothing that I like about our attack. We don't have.
I think he's one of those players they want to get rid of too.
I don't know.
I watch him.
He's not as good as Kovacic and progressing the ball.
Oh no, I'm not talking about De Jong. I'm talking about Depay. He's one of those players that can create something out of nothing, but his attitude is awful. Like he'll fall out.
Yeah, he's that guy that West Ham used to have. What's his name?
No, he'll fall out with Depay.
Payet, Dimitri Payet.
Yeah, but like a Payet guy, exactly the same.
Payet was a baller, though.
Yeah, he was a baller, and Depay is a baller.
Say for that,
it's just the attitude.
I don't know. I wouldn't
there we go. One sec. Big up Daniel. Saying big up everyone. I'm late to the stream and I've probably already mentioned it. But do you guys think the Kounde deal is done? It looks like Barca can't afford what we're paying. And it's just Kounde's longing this deal out. So when Kounde's done longing it out, then we can get this deal across the line. But it's only him. Sevilla want this done. Chelsea want this done. It's on the player. So you should go away on Kounde.
Smells like leave.
It's not the same as Rafinha, though. It's not the same.
Oh, okay.
No,
It's
I
not,
think-
okay.
I think
you
it's
proved me
pretty
wrong.
much done. I think it's pretty much done.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, the player apparently the players
Sounds-
already the players had personal terms agreed with Chelsea for over a year now. Like it's not a Kounde thing. It's final dots with Sevilla that they're just finalizing on the
Plus,
contract.
Rafinha's
Like,
already in agreement with Chelsea. The problem is, it's just Kounde's longing it out, but it's not a Rafinha
no,
situation.
that's not the case. That's not the case.
Rafinha's was already in movement.
That's not the case. It's not Jules Koundé waiting it out.
I just
Bro,
don't
it's the
think we need.
funniest saga
Well, it
ever,
is.
man.
There's agreements between the two clubs.
Can I say something?
Okay.
Let's stop talking about Kounde. We know that we know that he's fit in our system. Everybody, like, what is that talked about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all agree that Kounde is gonna be good in our system. So let's talk about players that we think about signing it. That see if we think. Some your link saying like a Barcelona loan move. Will anybody agree for De Jong for the loan move?
Yes.
Like, what about Kounde? We're talking about reporters. One saying yes, another saying no. There's literally no no conversation there to talk about. I'm more interested in this, for example. De Jong even on loan.
I think a loan with a potential option to buy would be brilliant for Chelsea.
If, for example, would you take it? Would you take him for buy or loan? Like, what would you prefer?
I would take that, like both. But the thing for me with this is, I don't see depending on how much the wage percentages of how much we're paying of his wages, I don't see this move benefiting Barcelona unless it is an obligation to buy rather than an option. Because they need to get the money from they need to sell him. They need money.
I'd rather buy him off of all.
I'd take either or because De Jong's a great player. I'm just saying from a Barca perspective, I don't see this making much sense unless it's an obligation to buy.
Well, it will make sense. It will make sense alone because they're trying to get the player off the salary cap that they have, right? So that's the biggest problem. Even, for example, if Chelsea takes him on loan, that will mean that we take his salary off the books. You see what I'm saying? So I see the understanding even on loan, because if he prefers, for example, if he that really bend over to go to play with Ten Hag, maybe he will agree to loan somewhere and be competing in the Championship League, and then see if Manchester United will get to the top 4 spot this season, so he can actually make the permanent move to Man United. You see what I'm saying? Maybe he used Chelsea as a step, and Barcelona will be okay to give him that step for him to go to Barcelona or to Man United. Would you consider that as like a stepping stone?
Alex, I think for this season, Barcelona still want De Jong off, but they're not as pressed getting him off their books now, because one of the lever that they just activated, that is actually going to help them register players. They already registered Christensen and Kessie now, and they don't need to get De Jong off their books this season.
Why?
The lever money, because that increases the revenue and it allows them to.
I don't think you've been paying attention to the situation. They want him to take a pay cut. Not that they want to get rid of him, won't pay him. They want him to take a pay cut. He refuses to take a pay cut.
They want to get rid of him because they need the money.
Because of the pay. If he took a pay cut,
exactly.
If he took the pay cut, the pay cut offer was for him to forego the 17 million they owe him, right, and take less wages from now on. So they were happy to keep him on a pay cut, right?
Exactly.
He said, "I'm not taking a pay cut."
But they can.
There is a great chat. Somebody put a great chat on it, exactly saying what's the problem with this.
Who is it?
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
I have the super chat saved. Daniel, I see what you're saying as well. Barca have better pool than us, but they just don't have the P's.
Kronos Dan, Dan, he put exactly what it is with that. Kronos Dan.
No, it doesn't pay players.
Exactly. The liver does not release the wages top. It releases how much they can spend. It's not about the wages. It's about how much.
They're using this third lever just to be able to try and register those players that they already brought in.
And pay some of their debt wages that they owe. It's like 400 million.
The newest lever is going strictly. They don't even know if it will work, but they're trying to use that money to register.
The third lever is supposed to be in the winter.
It's today.
The second one was today.
I think they activated like another 15% of their media rights or something like that.
Okay, I see. So they sold another 15% of something of the wedding bill.
Yeah, but I think their biggest problem is they have to get their wage bill down. That's why they can't have De Jong on the books, because they've sold now 25% of their TV rights for the next 25 years, right?
And they sold their licensing.
48. Yeah, and they sold the merchandise licensing, 48.9%. They have sold their future earnings for short term. That's what they've done.
Exactly. What's the name? They have a salary cap. It's not about how much they buy in players. It's about how much they can actually pay a player. Yeah. So no matter what it is, he has to take a pay cut.
Yeah, they have a system. They have a system in La Liga where they run players' salaries to the system, and La Liga will let them know if they can register that player based off of their current salary, which right now they cannot with any of those guys. Christensen, Kessie, Rafinha, none of those guys have been registered yet by La Liga.
It's based off of their revenue, though, right?
I think so. I think it's a cap. No, I don't know what the cap is based off of. But
every team is the same. I don't think every team's the same. I think it's based off of their revenue.
It's based off their earnings. Yeah.
Earnings, and you don't think the levers are helping with that to increase their wage bill? Guys, I'm telling you, Christensen and Kessie.
No, because it's over time. It's like an average earning. So if they get quick money now, right, and then they get nothing next year,
right?
Then
exactly.
Then what? Do they have to just get people off the books straight
away?
That's
why they're able to register players for this season. But moving forward, they have a plan to cut their wage bill, right? And that's why they need De Jong to cut his wage bill.
That's what we said.
Moving
forward. I thought you said no. You disagreed to that,
guys. You guys are not listening to
actually all players, not only De Jong.
You guys aren't listening to what I'm saying. De Jong, they want to.
I know you guys have already spoken about it, but just quickly 1 minute. I know you guys have spoken about Kounde.
We can't hear. Can you speak up?
That's Nathaniel.
You just talking.
Is that Nathaniel?
Yeah.
Guys,
we're not talking about Kounde.
Can't hear me.
You got something in your mouth, Nathaniel? We can't hear.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Nah, I can't hear, man.
I know you guys have gone over Kounde.
Yeah.
I said I know you guys have gone over Kounde.
Bro, something's up with your mic, man.
That's not Natalia.
Let me finish what I was.
Nathaniel, are you lagging?
Yeah.
That's not him.
Let me just finish what I was saying.
Yeah,
go on, Moya. Finish your point. Nathaniel will come to you.
Christensen and Kessie have been registered now. What does that
Not
tell
by
you?
La Liga.
They've been registered. They wouldn't be able to be signed if they hadn't been registered.
What is it?
No, they have not been registered by La Liga yet. Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah, but I think you will see that before the season happens. Like they're not gonna spend like.
Yeah, of course it will be, but
Chris.
that doesn't have nothing. That doesn't have nothing to do with what we're talking about. Like,
okay, you guys hear me?
No. What's the name? That's not what we're talking about. We were talking about.
Wait, Nathaniel, wait. We'll get.
We're not talking.
I said I know you guys.
We're not talking about Kounde. There's nothing to talk about.
I know you guys talked about him. I said I know you guys talked about him.
Yes, we're on a different. Nathaniel, we're on a different topic. Wait, we'll get to you. Alex, go for it.
I mean, let him talk. I don't want to talk about Kounde. Kounde, it's a speculation. We know that what to talk about Kounde. If he's gonna fit, is he's gonna fit in a system or not fit in a system?
You said he's not
is
coming.
Is he a good player or not a good player? What's there to talk about?
Him not coming, like he said yesterday. I saw him.
So if he's not coming, so what else to talk about?
I always said Kounde was coming, and he is coming.
No, you didn't. You said yesterday you're just going that jam.
But can I speak?
Oh my God! If that's about Chris and Nathaniel arguing about he coming yesterday,
I can't even speak. Look, I can't even speak now.
Hey, go on. Let Nathaniel talk. Go on.
So I think I don't have back three, but if Tuchel's right in the head, he should just get centre backs now because we've got Kounde and Koulibaly. And just look at the midfield, man, and look at the backup wing back. Look at the maybe a new striker. We need a winger on the right wing. But why the heck is it taking us? I know it's tough, but why the heck we got 2-3 weeks left till the Premier League season starts? We've already got defenders in. I mean, Sterling, I guess, cool, but we need a midfielder, man. We need a
midfielders aren't coming this window. I'm resigned to that. Like we might get forward in. I don't think we're getting midfielders. We haven't even looked for any.
We have Conor Gallagher going.
I
in,
don't
so we
think
could be
Tuchel
depth.
wants one though.
We have
Conor
Jorginho.
Gallagher.
We have Kovacic. We have Kante as a rotational player.
Chris, you don't know anything about football, man. You don't know
Okay.
anything about football.
Okay. Yeah. That's why Chelsea
We
are
need a DM.
desperately
That was
looking for
unnecessary.
We
midfielders,
need a
right?
DM.
That's why. Yeah.
We need a DM. We need a
Says
DM.
who? Says
Can I
who?
finish?
We
Can I
don't,
Yeah,
finish?
Chris, you need some
First
sources,
of all,
we
mate.
don't need a DM. We
Next
have
of all,
one.
next of
We
all,
have two.
Go get some
we need backup
sources
wing
and come
back.
back.
Because if Chilwell goes out injured, we have to play Alonso for half the season again. I'm not going to watch football again, man, because I'm not seeing Alonso play for this club again, man.
Bro,
I don't
I
watch-
hear
you guys
you,
are-
but we're not
watch
going to
Arsenal
get
if
a
you want.
wing back in. We haven't heard any
What are
names.
you on
for
about?
wing back.
Lewis, what are you on about? No, wait.
We're not getting wing backs in.
No, wait.
We've heard,
Wait.
we've heard
First
links
you say-
for forwards.
first you
We've
say-
heard links for
first you
centre backs.
say-
We
first
haven't
you
heard
say-
anything
first
for
you say-
midfielders.
first you
We
say
haven't
we're
heard
gonna-
anything for midfielders.
Do you know how you're mudded?
Alonso
Because
wasn't that bad
wait.
at wing
Do you know how you're mudded? Because Koulibaly, we didn't hear about that till the big coming in expected.
No, but
Look,
we knew we were going for
things can
centre back.
change. No,
Exactly.
No,
things
but
can
we knew we were
change.
going for
Lewis,
centre backs.
wait. You can't just
Exactly.
say we're not going to get midfielder. We're not going to get wing back. You can't just draw to conclusions.
The biggest
Still got till
thing that
September
we
It's
have.
of this
easy
transfer
to
window.
jump to those
You can't just draw to
conclusions. It's
The biggest
easy to jump to those conclusions when you're already looking for centre backs and then you look for another
Yes.
option as a
It's not
centre
just
back.
centre backs, though.
The biggest
You know we're not gonna
difference
look-
between
Well,
both
It's
of
no,
what
those
it looks
centre
like.
situations.
Look at it.
It's what
We've
it looks
heard
like.
talks
It
about
was-
forwards. We've heard talks about centre backs. We've heard
You think-
nothing for wing backs. We've heard
Do you think
barely
things are not
any
going in the
names
background?
other than Nunes.
What about the background? You think things are not going to be done secretly in the background? Of course.
Well,
fucking done in the
until we
background.
hear it, it's all speculation.
The
You can
biggest-
say-
You
Didn't
can't
Josh
just
call it?
say we're not going to get any midfielders or wing backs.
I think Josh said it. The most public secret meeting ever. That one that they saw Bolly at. Is that the one you're talking about?
The biggest difference between the centre back situation with Koulibaly and the left wing back situation, especially, is with Koulibaly, we didn't let a million centre back targets go before we decided to go and get Koulibaly, which went to go and get Koulibaly. Left wing back, we've let 4, I think, left wing backs move to other clubs without
true.
bothering to even inquire,
That's not
look
true.
into, which is true.
That's not true. So next
Really?
of all,
Tell
Hey,
us.
Shnaku, by the
next
way,
of all,
Klaus
we're
is
looking
going
at
to
Pavard.
Marseille.
We're looking at Pavard. I know he's not good, but
Oh,
he's still a
fucking hell.
wing back. I know he's not good, but he's still a replacement we're looking at. We're looking at players.
He's also not
De
a wing
Jong.
back.
Wait, De Jong. De Jong.
Hey,
Yes, Nunes.
Lewis, remember Frosted
we're
Beef
looking at
ready
players.
to kick Nathaniel out?
We're looking at players. That's not a credit. That's not a credit.
Remember
said-
that?
Sorry,
I
sorry.
mean,
Did you listen?
No, tough luck.
If
Tough luck.
Frosted
no,
Beef
no,
wants
did
to
you-
use that, you can say it.
Did you listen
No,
to
no,
what I
tough
just
luck.
said?
Tough luck.
That's
I
fine.
understood that's
No,
what.
Nathaniel,
that
Nathaniel,
was.
did you?
Tough luck.
Nathaniel, no. Did you listen to what I just said?
Let's see.
I said in terms of wing backs, we've let plenty go, and you proceeded to name Pavard, who's not a wing back, and De Jong, who's not a wing back.
No, you take it out of context. I said midfielders as well, because Lewis with his.
I'm talking
Frosted
about.
Beef, yes please,
Oh,
Lewis.
my
Frosted
life.
Beef, yes please,
No,
Lewis.
I
you
was
can't do that.
talking about wing
Tough luck.
backs.
Tough luck. I left anyway. No, Lewis. I wasn't even on the stream. You can't do that. I wasn't even on the stream. You can't do that.
But
What's
he
on the
put
stream?
the 100 in,
It doesn't
and he said
matter.
that
Yeah,
was
I
for
was on the
you.
stream.
I
It doesn't matter. Was I on the stream? Lewis,
You've
was I on
actually
the
gone
stream?
too long.
Was I on the stream?
Yeah, you.
Lewis, was I on the stream? Answer me. I wasn't on the stream. So you
No,
can't do
but he
that.
put the
I wasn't-
money
I
in,
wasn't on the stream.
and he said
No,
that
I
was
wasn't
for
on the
you.
stream.
Thank
wasn't
you.
on- it doesn't matter.
So
Thank you,
what,
Frosted
I'm
Beef.
going-
You can't do it.
I'm going to say
I wasn't
that a
on-
guy's £100 donation
No,
is
that's tough
nothing.
luck, man. No, that's his fault. That's his fault.
Because
I
then
left the
people
stream.
don't donate
I
to
left. That's
view
his
stuff.
fault. That's his fault. I left the stream, Lewis. I know you just want to get money off people just for kicking me off.
No,
Cool.
no, man.
You
I
left
just
the
I have
stream.
to respect
You
the
left
rules
the
of
stream.
my own stream. Otherwise, my stream.
Oh, you know,
Nathaniel, it's your fault for being
No,
a
he
waffler.
left.
So get
I
off
wasn't even
this.
on the stream. I wasn't
So,
even on the stream.
like-
I'm not coming off, man. But no, we're not doing that, man.
I'm
I wasn't
sorry,
on the
man.
stream.
You're not
Don't get
coming
me
on.
off. No.
What
I
kind of
wasn't
a
on
threat
the
is
stream.
that?
I wasn't even on the stream. You can't do that. You can't do that, Lewis.
Lewis, come on, how long?
Lewis, you can't. No, you can't do that. I was on the stream. Lewis,
Nathaniel,
if Johnny's not here. No, wait.
You're my guy.
Yeah, but hold on, Nathaniel. Is £100 meant to just go to waste?
Where's
Is it just meant to go to waste?
He was begging.
I haven't even seen £100
Mercy.
come up to me.
No.
No, that was in the
No,
last.
last-
stream.
Oh, it's in the last.
What's his name? Frosted Myth donated after he got kicked out. Oh, what a substitution! Oh, beautiful.
Oh, fuck.
We only upset.
Piss off, Nathaniel. Piss off.
Yes, Clantrap. Well, what are you telling me?
Oh man.
Take
You're a
it
liar.
Downwards now.
I'll tell you what. Oh my my god.
He's just
Right.
laughing.
We're done.
What are we on about? What are we on about? Like, you are
Nothing.
like,
Havertz. We're on Havertz.
Oh, frosted me. If I wish.
Oh,
right.
I wish.
So, what has Werner done wrong now?
What?
He's shit. That's what he's done wrong.
Insane.
Still here.
Let's see, right? If Werner leaves the club, then Tuchel is finished.
What?
If he leaves the club, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to hold a party.
if he leaves, we're having a celebration stream, and I'm inviting you on for it, bro.
Bro, if he leaves the club, if Werner leaves the club, I'm gonna become a nun or a virgin. I'm never gonna watch football again.
You're already virgin.
I needed
No
to
lie.
leave now. I needed to leave now. Now you just
How
said
you
that on
can
stream.
be a-
You said that in front of
If Werner leaves,
I needed to
then
leave now.
you guys are not gonna be like, you guys not gonna be sucking my pre-cum. You're gonna be doing your own pre-cum. Yes, if Werner leaves, I'm not gonna be here. Then. I'm not gonna be here.
Come on, Lewis, come on.
You have to do with your own pre-coms. Do whatever you want to do. I'm not here. Listen, Werner makes the system. Tuchel explained us like he needs very. You guys do with your own pre-coms. I'm not giving my pre-coms to you guys.
You can have your
Big
pre-com.
man,
Don't
hold
worry,
on a
man. I
second.
don't need it.
First of all, what's the pre-com?
That's just nasty.
No. We don't need to. We don't need to go down this rabbit hole. We don't need
It's
to go down this
before
rabbit
you.
hole.
Don't get him to
Yeah,
explain.
but those are the ones that have the
This
virgins
is a Blacks moment all over again. Is all I'm saying.
No, it's not the people that go early.
I'm gonna be nun. I'm gonna be virgin. I'm not gonna fucking watch football.
You're already
Whatever
virgin.
club
You're
Werner
already
goes
virgin.
to,
How you can
I'm
be a
in for that
non-virgin?
club. I'm in for that.
Your fault, by the way. This is all
Hold on
your
a second. How you gonna become a virgin from being a virgin?
Listen, Alex, there are like so many opinions. There's so cosmopolitan, metropolitan people with different kind of opinion. But once in a million year, there's a guy called Alex that comes up, right? He's a fat slob with same typical opinion. Timo is shit. Timo is not shit. You know why? Because Tuchel explained us, like Tuchel said that my system in attack doesn't run if, for example, we have no constant.
I understand what the pre-com is. It's like Timo Werner. Before
Right.
he finishes, he misses everything, so that's called the pre-com.
That's quite a basic argument.
Werner can build up. He can't finish. So yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Tuchel
So his finishing is like a pre-com.
Can Tuchel survive without Timo Werner? Can he really? Like, if you watch all the...
Yes, I think he
really,
is.
Really? Like, really?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
no,
really.
he can't.
Does
Can't.
Tuchel get a lot of goals? Does Tuchel
Really,
get a
really,
lot of
really.
goals? I would say, does Tuchel get a lot of goals in this team?
If Timo Werner, like, Tuchel's system is like, I need three attackers that are constant active, right? They bring intensity. One is obviously Timo Werner, right? And the other one was Mason Mount. And now we have got Raheem Sterling, right? So these are the three guys, they're going to bring the intensity. If you, for example, if you have Havertz in there, then two guys going to bring intensity. Whole season, 50 games, if two guys are bringing intensity, the other one is only... Sorry?
No, I'm sorry. Sorry. I just want to go back to where you mentioned having a front three of Sterling, Mount, and Werner. Can you imagine that? We lose the ball every 20 seconds.
Oh,
yeah, but like,
zero ball
in
retention.
his system, he just wants intensity. Like, he wants constant, not just like once in a while, twice in a while, just looking for that movement. And if you see, like, these past 2 years, the first year when Timo Werner came, 27 goals in the right? This is absolute. Listen, you guys are sleeping on Werner. You guys are sleeping on Raheem Sterling, Werner, and Mason Mount.
You and me both.
It's the best. I'm going to sleep. It's the best.
That's
ever.
unbelievable. Unbelievable. Go AM says if we miss out on my idol's BFF and the best Brexit love story of all time, should we start playing the long game for Jude? Do it already.
Bellingham
Probably
would
cheaper
be
than Rice.
insane. Bellingham would be brilliant.
Brockety also says Broja over Havertz. Let me not even say too much. How do we get on the panel, bro? DM me and I'll send you the link, man. Might as well.
If Class Ref can get here, anybody can.
Jesus Christ, man! Wow.
And first name, last name. Come on, man. Klasref isn't mentally unwell. Like, he's a perfectly fine human being, right, Klasref?
I come from different world, right? I'm not into this this isolation of Twitter. I'm not. I'm a different fan. You guys are totally different.
You just have to release before you come on stream. That's the
no. I just need to come here because I am free. I am a free human being. I am free. I can come. I can go. It's my choice, right? So my opinions are not based on Twitter. My opinions are based on experience of how I see the game, right? Nobody can fuck my head up, right? Do you get me? For me, Timo Werner, if he leaves our fucking club, Tuchel is finished. If Tuchel wants to survive, if Tuchel wants to survive, he needs to have really nice doctors around Timo Werner because he needs his intensity. He needs to take care. He needs to have a well-being of this Kounde guy.
We found the Class Ref match.
I can promise you now, he does not give a single flying fuck about Timo Werner.
That's why he's not selling him. If he doesn't give a flying fuck, why is he not selling him?
Because nobody wants to get him. Nobody wants to buy him.
It's just way just too high.
I think you guys have reached the isolation on 2 points. Once the Barcelona doesn't have the money, and the second Timo Werner is not good. This is the isolation you're building up for your own self. I don't care. I'm free.
You're right.
I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying life.
One of those is definitely.
This is the same isolation you had for Jorginho, and this is the isolation you're building. You need medicines. You guys need medicines. I'm fine.
What medicines are you?
Bro, I'm fine. If Havertz was so good, if Havertz was so good, Leverkusen or Bayern Munich would have bought him. A great player doesn't leave Germany.
They were in for
A great player doesn't leave Germany.
What is that even? What are you talking about?
Anyway, I was going to say, can you?
I'm talking about
for him.
Is there a bigger drop off in sort of quality than going from having our number 11 be Drogba to Werner?
Yeah.
Is there a bigger sort of level of drop off than that?
I think it's just the guy.
I mean, we gave Hazard's number 10 to Willian, so.
You guys are losing the game. You guys are not even understanding the game, where the game is going. You guys are already not understanding the game.
Not flawless as well. I just don't really understand you because, again, I've said, like, you say so much on the likes of Pulisic and Havertz, which I kind of agree with to an extent. You just go way over the top with. But then you love Werner. And then it's like...
I tell you why. Werner came on the second half against Club America. He made the difference 8 minutes, which Raheem Sterling couldn't make it, Havertz couldn't make it, and Pulisic couldn't make it, right? Do you get me? So when Werner plays against big teams... No, let me just land. When Werner plays against big teams, they put him on the first team, and he does well, right? But then when he doesn't play because of Lukaku, because of Havertz, because they've been paid a lot of money, right, by the Marina thing, they play against Norwich.
Get paid less than Timo Werner.
Let me talk.
Havertz getting paid less.
Don't give me Davide. Listen, don't give me Davide. Don't give me Davide. Don't give me Davide. You're a liar. You're a liar. Don't give me Davide. Listen.
Timo Werner is getting paid more than Kai Havertz. Stop lying.
We're not talking about that. We're not going there. I'm not saying about that. I'm not sure. I'm not going there. I'm saying
Werner Havertz run together.
No. When you buy a player for 73 million, and when you buy Lukaku for 100 million, right? And they play against Norwich and all those silly clubs, right? And then you say, oh, these are the better players than Werner. Then why the fuck do you have Werner in the big games then? Do you get me?
Never in the big games.
Werner in the big games.
Every single big game you put in Werner, and when you don't put Werner in the big game,
beautiful against Sunderland.
I'm talking about the bigger games. I'm talking about the bigger games, right?
Southampton, my bad. Southampton. He's big against Southampton.
Wait. Can we all agree to just meet in the middle? Havertz ain't good enough. Werner ain't good enough.
No. You can't compare Havertz and Werner. That is so stupid. How can you have Werner and Havertz in the same situation? You can't have it. You can't have Werner Howard together. It's funny. One has 27 goals and assists, and the other one has nothing. Like Pinky, whatever.
Okay, Klazo, so are you saying that goals and assists to everything in football?
No, intensity. High-end intensity.
No, I don't care about intensity. My question was, our goal. You keep bringing up the 27 goals or goals
and assists, and 9, 10 goals, and 14 goals, which should have been not allowed.
I wasn't finished. I was not finished.
Oh, Joe! Oh my gosh!
What?
That was just a mad comment. Oh my gosh! I'm not
What
even
was a
gonna
mad
read
comment?
that one. I ain't reading that out.
Oh boy, I just
am
read it.
not
Never
reading
mind.
that out.
Holy shit!
I'm not reading that one out.
Oh boy,
I'm not reading that one out.
Yeah, that comment's mad. Also,
Isn't that the currency that where Thing lives? Where Classic lives?
That's worse than anything OAM's ever said.
That's mad. Also,
bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bro. I don't care.
Hey,
you keep
that's Classroof's mum, man. So let him help him out.
You keep bringing up this 27 goals and assists.
Who said it?
You guys are on ego trip because you guys are losing the battle. You guys are on ego trip. I am fine without social media. You guys are on ego trip, right? Okay. Your ego trip is very minimal. You don't know how much people are behind Timo Werner. So your power is very minimal. You're not understanding how important Timo Werner is. And when you talk shit about Timo Werner after somebody tweets a really nice thing about him, I feel like you guys have agenda. Am I wrong? Timo Werner performs against Club America. Listen. Timo Werner performs against Club America. City couldn't do it. City couldn't do it. City couldn't do it. City struggled for 30 minutes against Club America. Timo Werner did it in 8 minutes.
Of all people are telling us that we have an agenda.
You guys are losing the battle. You're now against Lukaku, the guys you were supporting. You guys are slowly becoming against Havertz. You guys are on the wrong tangent.
Maybe it's already turning against Havertz before I turned on Lukaku.
Bro, like you think you can survive without Timo Werner in this team? You can't. You can't. You love to have Timo Werner.
Timo Werner makes us worse. Timo Werner.
Right. Let's just talk about facts then.
I class with one question.
Alex, DM me on WhatsApp as well.
You gonna watch Ekinsu tonight?
Bro, what?
What?
We're not getting on to nah.
We are not going from Werner to Love Island.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
I guess it's better talking about the academy.
I'm just talking about my team, Chelsea. I know I know what his system is, how important Timo Werner is. You guys are so basic. You're only talking about goals and goals. Oh, he missed those chances. He missed from 1 inch. Those are the basic things. You can always learn those, but you're not talking about the other things. Wow, how? Has he missed any chance?
You're talking about basics when the guy you're with doesn't even have a first touch. You're talking about basics when the guy you're talking about doesn't even have a first touch.
This is so big. The first touch. Can you show us on TV? Can you show us on everywhere, like on Lewis' stream, that when he had a bad touch? Like 90 minutes of intensity, and you expect him to be 90%, 100% have a first touch of a fucking whoever. Who's the best first toucher?
Havertz is the same player. Havertz is still a disappointment, but he has a good first touch.
I don't even fucking rate Havertz to even talk about him with Werner.
He's not better than Werner.
So, Werner, listen. When you talk about first touches,
I'm with you, Wes. I'll get rid of the pair of them.
Why are you talking to Virgin about first touch?
How about we have Raheem Sterling now? Can we not prop Werner because we already now got an intense player? Can they not make a brilliant attack?
Sorry, are you no.
Can we not focus on we need left winger back and right winger back?
Are you comparing Werner to Sterling?
Werner is much better than Sterling. If I tell you right now,
get in the absolute bin.
on this, listen, on this.
I'm not a fan of Sterling, but that's
You want to talk about goals? You want to talk about goals and assists?
Listen, this is going to be debate forever. You're going to be like Sterling because he's English. I'm going to be saying Werner because he's German.
I said Werner's better than Sterling. Get out of it, bro.
Sterling has such a great. The Raheem Sterling went to Bayern Munich and bowled out. No, he played in his own country. You can't. No. You can't compare an English player with an Auslander. Du can't. You cannot compare an English player with an outsider, because English players are playing in their own league. They have the media on them, right? How about you compare Owen Hargreaves with Schweinsteiger? How about that? How about you compare Jadon Sancho with Haaland? Do you get me? Like you can't tell me Kane is better than Werner.
You know what he's actually saying deep down. You know what he's saying, right?
When Kane comes to Bayern Munich, we will compare him with Lewandowski. Right?
The guy literally saying how you can compare somebody against true Icelandic people.
No, he said you can't compare people from the same nationality.
You can't compare Sterling with Werner. Sterling plays in his own country. He has his support of doctors. Doctors gives him the best medicines. When Werner comes up for his medicines, they're like, okay, we'll think about it. This is how it works. This is how it works.
Get generic. Give Werner get generic medication.
No.
Can I just go back to something? You wanted to bring up on this Sterling Werner thing. You wanted to bring up Werner's goals and assist record. Quick question for you, Kazarov. Do you know how many players in the history of all the players that have played under Pep Guardiola? Would you like to know how many players have scored more goals than Raheem Sterling that have played under Pep Guardiola? 2, Aguero and Messi. Do you want to know how many players have assisted more than Sterling of all the players
that have...
That's
a crazy stat. Oh my God.
It gets better. It gets better.
Which year are you talking about?
No. Sorry, I have to hear this.
I'm not finished. Would you like to know of all the players that have played under Pep Guardiola, how many players have got more assists in the history of football?
Go on.
2, Messi and De Bruyne. Don't talk to me about Werner.
We need a number 9 immediately, bruv. Get Ronaldo through the fucking door right now. You might want to keep waffling about Ronaldo like Sterling ain't getting unlocked as soon as Ronaldo comes in the door. Get Ronaldo in or Tuchel. I'm looking at your ass too.
That's what's funny, Scott. I'm telling you, I'm so surprised how you are.
You
don't want Ronaldo.
You guys are just on the wrong track. You're talking about Sterling 47 goals in his season in 1920. Yeah. Werner did 50 goals in assist for Leipzig.
No, he didn't.
In that same season. The season you're talking about, Werner made... Sorry?
Michy Batshuayi averaged a goal every game or every other game.
He only played 3 games. Michy only played 3 games in Bundesliga. Started 3 games, 7 were from... Right. People talk about Bundesliga as they know about Bundesliga. He only played 3 games for Dortmund.
He didn't play 3 games. He played about 15.
Are you kidding me? He only played 3 games and 7 he came out of bench at 80 minutes. I kind of support Dortmund.
He played how many games?
He played 10 in total. 7 was sub appearance.
He played 14 games for Dortmund.
Batshuayi had 28 goals in Dortmund.
He didn't have 28 goals. Didn't have 28 goals.
Bro, you guys are just making up.
He had 9. He had 9 in 14.
He had 8 or 9, I think.
He had 7. He has a goal every other game. You're talking about he had 7 goals. The 2 goals you're talking about pre-seasons. How come that pre-season be official?
Pre-seasons? He joined them in January and left in May.
This guy's high. This guy's just high. There's no point.
I don't think he's high.
No, I'm not high. I am asking. You're saying
his pre-ejaculations hits his brain.
I said 10. You said 12, and you're saying I'm high. What the fuck, bro? Like I don't even have a computer with me right now.
How do you know?
If I was saying 10 and you were saying 40 games, then I would have said it. Then I would be high. Then I would be high, right? What?
Right. One sec, guys. Sackable offense, says Klasra speaking facts. You guys don't have the minerals to stomach his truth bombs. Fair enough, man.
No, I just want you guys to be a modern people. I like you to be liberal. I like to enjoy life.
Is that a
You guys need to enjoy life. You guys are not stating facts about Timo Werner. Timo Werner is actually, you guys are after Timo Werner, or maybe sometimes I feel you don't back him as much as you back other players. You're backing House. He's terrible. What kind of a noun or proposition is that? He's terrible. He has
it's not a proposition. It's a fact.
I'm just. It's not a fact. It's just like some.
He's a terrible football player. He's one of the worst I've seen in Chelsea history. He might be the worst finisher I've ever seen.
No, I've said this before and I'll stand by this. He's the second worst striker I've ever seen in Chelsea.
That's right. Lukaku got sold, Tammy got sold, and your grapes are sour.
He's worse than Tammy. He's worse than Tammy.
Broja is going.
He's definitely worse than Tammy.
Gonna grow. If he was so terrible, the club would have sold him. Club would have sold him. They don't want us to sell him. They want to lick him. They want to use him, but at the same time, they want to say he's crap.
No. Did you say lick?
You want to use him against Madrid, and then at the same time, you want to say he's crap. Oh, these are typical English, antiques, and this is always going to be there for German and English people. But I don't know why you guys support Havertz. Maybe you want to show disrespect to Werner, because when Havertz fell down, no. Let me be honest. When Havertz fell down against when Havertz fell down against Madrid, Werner was helping him. When Aspie was taking the penalty away from Havertz, I'm talking in the final. Werner gave to Havertz. Werner gave the pen to Havertz. Said he took it from Aspie and gave it to Havertz. So right. So I don't know. Are you trying to like every success Havertz had? Werner was behind it. Werner was behind it.
Acting like I haven't criticized Havertz for the last 3-4 months.
But you criticize Havertz, but you then also mention Werner at the same time.
Because he's
Why don't you have a boss?
No,
you can criticize anybody. I don't care, bro. Like, it's your show. Everything is yours. You can criticize Werner, Havertz, but I don't want to criticize Werner.
Fair enough, Klasra. Fair enough. But like, you're acting like he's the best player in our squad when he's not.
He is easily.
No, he's not.
He is. Is he
better than Thiago Silva?
Thiago Silva at the back and Timo at the attack. Simple.
No. That's not why I asked. You said he's the best player at Chelsea Football Club, but he's better than Thiago Silva.
No. Obviously, Thiago Silva. Obviously, he's the best.
Reece James.
What? Is he better than Reece James?
Reece James is so overrated. That guy is a dummy. I can't even blame him. That guy is a dumb. That guy is a dumb. That guy is dumb. Reece James is dumb, and Chilwell is injury prone. Alonso has this is gonna be forever. Like, this is gonna be like we're gonna be. You're gonna be defending Reece James. I'm gonna be defending Werner, and it's never gonna end.
I heard someone else's voice.
Oh, it's me. It's Brooker T.
Yeah, go on, Brooker. Go on.
I want to say, Clash, what makes you think Timo Werner deserves a chance over Broja or Havertz?
Bro, like, I don't even think like he deserves a chance or not. He's the main guy. These guys have nothing on him.
Nah.
Like, why would you have that conversation with me? These guys, Broja and Havertz, you can't have insane sentence. Are you kidding me? And Broja, I'm not trying to be a soldier boy, but nobody knew about Broja. I introduced Broja to Chelsea fan channels, right? Nobody knew about Broja. I told the new Broja is. Listen, I'm not trying to be a soldier boy, but nobody knew about Broja. You can go 2 years back into Monster Stream. When I said Broja, nobody knew Broja. So I know Broja. I think I said Broja is going to become a Premier League. He's going to become a Premier League player 2 years ago, and I'm not trying to be soldier boy.
Him, man.
I'm not. He came. We came to Chelsea, and then we loaned out to Southampton. Right? He's still too young. He has no chance.
You're missing a loan. But carry on. You're missing a loan, but carry on.
bro, nobody knew Broa before I knew, so don't tell me about Broa. Oh, he's not good. Good. Like I bought Broa into really. Nobody knew Livermento. Nobody knew Livermento. I bought
guys,
Livermento.
just before we keep going, I do have to read a few more of the super chats. Nizzy says, "Is Klazrev single?" I'm asking for my sheep. That is.
Whatever. Yeah. But listen, ask this guy, Chris. He's a sheep shagger. I'm not.
See what you done, Alex.
Oh my god. Nim says Kounde is blue. Fuck bro Kelowna. Damn right, fuck bro Kelowna. Again, guys, you are still involved for the lottery for the new home shirt. Nizzy also says Klazrev has proved that Indian has the best drugs. I don't think Klazrev's Indian. But
we not got it. Yeah. Even if I'm Indian, I love Indian people. I'm gonna bring Indian people to stream. Fuck it. Listen, I love fucking India, bro. Like how many 2-3 billion people there? Love them, bro. Come here, join.
Stop, please.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Alex says, let's have a whip round and get this pelican out. If you guys want to, it is 100 to kick out any panelists.
Yeah, whatever. These are consortium from fucking Gem.
If only if you guys want to.
What's going on with India?
Jed Price also says, look at Matt Law, the biggest brown envelope. Yeah, again, this is just the same stuff we've already seen. Couldn't they set the third signing? Like, cool. Let me hear an agreement.
By the way, Kounde is becoming Chelsea's third summer signing in a deal somewhere in the world. Gem just had an orgasm. That's all I can say.
Well, Jam is going on Kounde like he wants to sign Kounde. He doesn't even know Kounde has hernia problem. He's not going to be 100% fit for next 3 months. He has hernia operation.
What?
Kounde. He's not going to be fit for 3 months.
Hamstring.
Where did you find that from?
Bro, he has hernia pelvis, something like, I don't know what he has, but he has a surgery. And the reason Barcelona not going to sign him.
So why are you saying he has something if you don't know what he has?
I know this is just something different. I come from a different culture. I'm not like straightforward like you. Like, this is a pussy, I'm gonna fuck it. Simple. Boom.
Yeah, no, you're talking about the injury that he had he's talking about the injury he had in June when they were playing international.
Yeah, what else is there to
hold
on a second. He was out.
So hold on, your love for Werner is a cultural difference? Like you love him in a different way? Like he's not that he's a good player.
Are we going to sign Kimpembe? Kimpembe has injuries, or he doesn't have a good. We're going to sign Pavard. Pavard is injury. He has injury. Kounde. This guy is not talking about Kounde injuries and Kounde aggressiveness and shot height. The Tuchel said it on interview. I don't like players who are defenders and with the shot height. And this guy hides it. He doesn't mention that Kounde has shot height, whatever. I don't know, bro. Like, I need to go. I'm off, guys. I'm going to be back again when you need me. I don't care, bro. Enjoy it, guys.
See you later. No worries, Klazrev. It's been good talking, man. Take care.
I just want to say, Luis, we need a left back and right winger back. I'm not trying to be disrespectful with Chilwell or Regime. They both are amazing. But I need, if we are looking to compete, because Tuchel said it, I want to compete from the first day. If you want to compete, then fucking give them a backup.
Okay.
Yes,
didn't you say Reece James was overrated, but you're just calling him amazing?
I said James is overrated because of his right winger back situation, and I don't want to be part of this because this is a debate for you guys. I don't listen. Reece James is an amazing player. He's better than whatever. But I know he want to play for England, and you guys have issues with Trent Arnold or Robertson, but I don't know. Listen, it's not my space to diss Reece James. This is your argument, but I'm saying Reece James is not gonna give us what he's a bit dumb when it comes to right winger back position. He's a bit dumb. That's what he's take. He's take. Anyways, guys, I gotta go, guys.
No
but
worries.
I know you want. I know you want to see Reece James in England set up. I would love to see that. But I'm only talking about Chelsea. I'm not comparing him with Liverpool. I don't even fucking give a shit about Liverpool. He's better than Trent Arnold, whatever. But I'm just talking about my Chelsea team, right? This is it. Anyways, take care, guys. I gotta go.
Yeah, take care, Klazrev. Big up.
Sure you want to get Klazrev?
Oh what?
Oh, how was that lecture, guys?
Right wing back. far right wing
Okay,
back
so
position.
Reece James is shit, but he's good. But he's also a bit of a dumbass in the right wing back position, but he's better than Trent.
So, Lewis, were you laughing at like my noises I was making while he was speaking, or what were you laughing at?
No, it was just his logic. Reece is dead, but he's brilliant, but he's shit at wing back, but he's better than Trent, who's seen as generational and
overrated.
What?
My head hurts, bro. My head hurts.
What?
So, Louis,
he said that.
have you guys talked about the Deadwood?
You can go. We can go back to it, man. What would you like to say?
What about Deadwood? Class ref on your left.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
oh my head.
Our Deadwood, like, if you look at our Deadwood, right? I think Thomas Tuchel, it's like he's been set up, unwittingly to fail. Like,
yeah.
So he's responsible for transfers, right? One, he's responsible for negotiate player contracts or whatnot. Plus, he's responsible for the team in preseason, right? That's too much on him because
he's not responsible for signing players. He's not responsible for salaries. He's not responsible.
Did you say negotiation as well?
No.
Okay.
He's not responsible for that either.
He's responsible for transfers, though.
No.
He is.
No, but he does have an influence. He does have an influence.
He has to say on it, right?
He's asked if you will like that player, but he doesn't have nothing.
No, but if a player is going to be in the squad or not,
it is him 100%. If any player that comes in is Thomas Tuchel 100%. This season, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. But how hard it is for him to say yeah or no?
No. It's not that. He's responsible for setting the direction for a player. If you know what I mean.
I don't. I seriously don't.
He's kind of like a director of football. He's picking out
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Tuchel.
Yeah.
Tuchel is for this summer.
For this summer.
No, he's not.
There's a team behind them, but
Bowley.
he's the one who's leading it.
Bowley
is the one doing the
director.
negotiations.
He's
but
not
Bowley
making
is
the
not a
last
football person.
call.
So
Bowley's team said that they're actually allowing.
They gave him the power.
Yeah,
that came out at the start of summer, right?
To ride the ship or whatever.
That's a different. Like people don't
Okay.
understand.
Let me just continue.
For example, if
wait, let Alex explain his point.
Okay,
let me explain it because that feels like people complicate it too much. Tuchel said this is the area we want to improve. Defenders. Tuchel said I would like this. Then midfield this. He's done. From that point, Bowley goes in. Bowley said, I cannot get this one. I can get this one. Tuchel said, okay. He will make a call to a player to convince him. That's Tuchel's job. Don't freaking complicate that he's working. Oh, I'm offering you 100K a week salary. That's not his job.
No. That's not what we're saying, Alex. We
That's
all
not what
know
we're
that
saying.
Tuchel is not involved in the negotiations. Tuchel
But
is the
that's what I
one.
understand what the guy said.
Okay. Let me just continue, okay? So, Tuchel is responsible for transfers. Any incomings or outgoings is solely responsible on Tuchel. It came out at the start of the summer, right? That's the power they gave him. That's what power Bowley gave him, and Bowley will go and do the negotiation, right? I'm saying that is a lot on him.
That's not a lot. That's
a lot.
Normal from the manager.
No. Let me give you an example.
No, it's not normal for the
It's
manager.
a lot on him.
It's a
because
lot.
of the Deadwood. He's responsible for getting all
He's
them
not
out.
responsible for the Deadwood gun going.
He is.
If
He's responsible for saying
it's
who I want to
responsibility,
leave.
I understand what you're saying. That, for example, if he signs somebody and it doesn't work, yes, of course, it's going to be on him.
No, you're misunderstanding again. I'm talking about our Deadwood currently. He's responsible for getting them out.
He's responsible for saying, I don't want this.
Right.
I don't want this player. I don't want that player. He's not obviously. He's not.
He responsible for getting rid of a shitty team.
He's responsible for picking out who he wants gone. That's it.
He's not responsible for the actual sale. He's responsible for the. He's the one that's going to be like, I don't want this player. Move him on. He's not going to fit in this system.
Yeah.
Like, etc.
Right.
And he's got full reign. He's got full reign to say what he wants in regards to that. Like,
Is that what you're saying, Bowley? Because I can't.
I don't think he's saying that.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, Luis, I sent you a link. Just click on it. It came out during the summer.
Yeah, I know link. I know what you're talking about.
He's given full control of transfer, incomings and outgoings.
Yeah, Tuchel can
right?
give him full control. Yeah,
yes,
that's what I'm saying.
That.
That's what I said.
No, but no, that's not what you said. You
That's
said
not
that he
what
does
you said.
negotiation, wages. There, you threw it all in
Yes.
Okay. I will take that back. I'm saying like Tuchel is responsible for full control for the transfer window, right? This is not normal for all managers, right? It's not normal. So the new owners, they gave him privilege. I get it. I'm saying it's a lot on him. It's unfair because unwittingly.
As a responsibility, yes, but you did say the wages.
Okay, I said I take that back. Why are you going to
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay,
My bad.
I'm saying that's a lot on him. One.
Yeah,
right.
If it doesn't work, yeah.
It's a lot on him. If it doesn't work, he might lose his job, which is unfair. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's unfair.
It is
unfair. Technically, it's every.
It's only for one season.
Dream.
It's only on one season, but Pep Guardiola and Klopp don't have this burden.
Do you think Pep Guardiola has the same?
Pep does.
No.
I get what his point is. You're misconstruing it. Like managers have responsibilities in terms of like they can identify targets or they can identify the type of player they want, but they work with a director of football. They work with someone to go and get that person.
Doesn't have
like,
that.
for example, at City, you've got that. I can't say his first name. That Chichi, I think it is. The one from Barca. Liverpool, you have Mark Edwards. Yeah, but that Bowley's not.
It's not a
that. Like, he's not a director. Like that's not him. Like he's the owner. He's
that's what I'm saying. But this it doesn't have nothing. Like the way I understood what Bowley is saying that he. By the way, I know your name is not Bowley, and it's kind of like a really like throws me off to talk. Like I know Bowley does not know that if what football is and how blah 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 whatever. Tuchel does not involve like people like the way I understood what you're saying. This
okay. Let me put it this way,
job
Alex.
to do.
No, let me put it this way, Alex. All the big managers have DOF. Man City, Tottenham, Liverpool, they all have DOF, right? Except Tuchel. That's what I'm saying. It's an extra burden on him. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, but I don't think
this
it's
is
that
the
big
Alex
of a deal
Ferguson position,
as
man.
you are saying it.
Oh, you understand it now, right?
I don't think it's that big of a deal as you think.
It is a big of a deal.
It is.
It's actually what
better for Chelsea in the long run, but a short window it doesn't make any difference.
Let me give you an example, right? Marina was effectively our DOF. She's not, but she was effectively our DOF.
No, she was
because we had none. You know what I mean? That's a burden on her because she was responsible for negotiation and being a DOF, and she was an executive. Don't forget, guys, we didn't have an executive like a CEO during that time. So Marina was doing all these three roles. Now, what I'm saying is Tuchel is head coach, number one. Number two, he's effectively DOF. What I'm saying, the new owners, I think they did a good thing by giving him all the powers because they don't have the football knowledge, right? They gave Tuchel all the powers because they don't have the football knowledge. But I'm saying, unwittingly, it's like they're setting him up for failure because if it doesn't work out, he's probably going to lose his job.
He's not.
No, man.
That's unfair on him.
No.
Why do you think he was losing his job though?
Bro, don't think this is the old Roman regime where you get sacked for one season of mediocrity. He's not going to get. The only way he'd get sacked is if we dropped out the top four with like a 10 to 15 point gap between fourth and fifth. That would be the only way I could see him get sacked.
Okay,
even if we slightly go backwards, he'd get another season.
How about if we add an FA Cup to that?
What?
An FA Cup. Add an FA Cup to that trophy.
No, FA Cup don't mean shit to me. That's a bonus trophy. I've already said that.
We don't need to go what if and what if. What if we don't get top four but get FA Cup? That's nonsense.
Yeah, like Kounde, we finished fifth and won the FA Cup. It was a failure.
It has to be context. For example,
no, not even context. If we drop our top four, it's a failure. I don't care if we win.
No. It's a failure if we're not winning the league. It's a failure. It's a failure if we're not winning the league. It's a failure if we're not winning the championship league. It's a failure. My point is consequences of us not winning the league and consequences of us getting the top four and what the circumstances of us not winning the league. That's my point. If it's a circumstances we did not win the league because of Thomas Tuchel. It's a circumstance we not get what's his name? Top four. It depends. If it's on Tuchel, it's a different conversation. If it's on based off we got the massacre in the midfield again, that's not on Tuchel. You see what I'm saying? There's like
okay. Let me ask this
but the upcoming season will be.
If you drop out of top four, do you think?
Hold on, Billy. I'll finish.
Go ahead.
My point is, do not want to go into those hypotheticals. Because that's the point of argument. That's why I said it on Twitter yesterday. This transfer windows and stuff, because I got involved with it, because of this. It makes people worse, like brings worse out of people. And the reason why, it's because it's people try to predict future what they don't know. Same thing with hypotheticals. What if we finish fourth and we not get in, and like what Bracket T said, what if we get out of top four but we win in the FA Cup? What kind of, you see what I'm saying? That's a hypothetical. Like I don't know how to explain it. That's
but
what
it's because
worse than the people.
It's because this
Try to predict the future.
season, yeah, Tuchel has picked it on an attack.
Oh, he's gone.
Your Wi-Fi or something.
Oh, sorry, I may be lagging. But what I want to,
Yeah, he's lagging.
I don't think.
Try jump out and back in, bro.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bolly, hold up. Let me rewind just a bit and tell you what I think. So I know that you think it's unfair that he has all this responsibility. If things don't go that well, then it's going to be looked unfavorably to him. I get where that thinking is coming from, but I don't think it's going to be fair if they address it that way or if they see it that way, because they have to understand that as a coach, your job is to coach. Right. And that's why not having a DOF is a huge loss to us this transfer window, because you want the coach to be able to concentrate on his role, but then a DOF can be the one to support him in addressing and planning the squad. You can tell that Tuchel, as much of a good coach as he is, we have some questions about some of the decisions he's trying to make to the squad. This is where a DOF would be very important to help him to plan the squad.
Exactly.
So
you hit it,
the fact that we don't.
I'll give an example. So let me continue. I'll give you an example, right? So the Deadwood we got from the loanees, the plus 25 loanees we got, like Batshuayi, Tuchel doesn't even have to deal with them. If we had a DOF, they would probably go back on loan or they will be sold, because they're Deadwood and they provide no quality for Chelsea. No,
why is Tuchel has responsibility for the loan?
They're with him now. He's responsible for them.
No, he's saying I don't want him in my 25-man squad. It's it. His responsibility is done.
But they are in here. That's what I'm saying.
We have a loan manager. He's not fully responsible.
Yeah.
We have a loan manager, but they're here though. That's
what
I'm saying.
But as in the loan manager can give him insight into how
Scott,
they did.
Let me explain this another way, right? Like the past year, we use those loanees, like the Bakayoko, Batshuayi, whatsoever. Right? We use them to make money. We send them and we get a loan fee to make money, right? We don't play them because they're effectively not part of our squad. We send them every year on loan for the past 5 years, right? Now, the old regime is gone. Now all those players are dumped on Tuchel. He even said it the other days. He said now he has to give all of them chance to be part of the squad.
You're confusing.
How?
Well, I know what article you're saying.
That it's not an article. It's not an article.
No, I know that 90 minutes. Yeah. When you think, what you think is that what the director is, it's basically everything on Tuchel, including loans, no. This club has over 2,000 people, employees. Tuchel is not responsible for that.
So who's responsible for Batshuayi and all the loanies that came back?
Here's how it is.
Uh-huh.
Hold on a second. Here's what responsible Tuchel is: to name the 25-man squad for Chelsea. That's what Tuchel is responsible for. 25 people. He says no to Batshuayi. It's not his problem. Chelsea Football Club, loan manager, or whoever, they're the one responsible for finding him a loan. No, he's going to play for the same team. Drinkwater played, which is reserve. That's it.
Okay, but that's not the point, because they are here already, and he said he's going to give them all of them. They could be part of the squad.
Yeah, in the preseason.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with him giving them a chance?
Oh my God!
In the preseason,
giving Batshuayi a chance.
That's in the preseason,
there's a reason why you give them a chance, though, and this is what I don't get. It's the same reason why I don't get when people all of the people that were against them coming in instead of the youth. There's a reason you give these players a chance, and that's to hopefully put them in the spotlight, that you get some interest in them during pre-season, that a club is going to want to come in and buy them. Because if you just send them to the reserves, they're getting no interest. They're unwanted anyway. If you send them to the reserves, we're not getting interest in them. And if we do, it's going to be for a couple mil.
There's another thing is, Scott, there's another thing is to it. Every player has a representative. When Tuchel's saying he's not in my 25-man squad, their representative goes to every club and saying, my Batman is available on loan or buy. Do you understand that?
I understand. That's what I'm saying. But right now we are in crisis because it came out yesterday. We cannot move all the Deadwood because it says 180 million worth of Deadwood cannot be moved out.
Okay, so what do you think is gonna happen then?
They're gonna be stuck with us.
In the main team or reserve?
Yes, of course. That's what I'm thinking because
No. In the main team or reserve? Which one?
So it came out yesterday that Chelsea cannot move these players because of their wages, right? So I'm thinking it's gonna be main team.
I think this happens every.
No, it doesn't happen every year.
Like
We send them on loan.
More.
We send them on loan. It doesn't happen every year.
Yo, we have more
Yeah,
than 25
the problem that you're
people.
talking about hasn't just occurred now.
I'm so confused with you, man. It's
Okay,
not
let me explain again. I'm saying, right, it came out yesterday, Chelsea cannot sell 180 million worth of Deadwood, right, in the team because of their wages and no interest from other clubs, right? So I'm saying, and Tuchel saying he's gonna give them chance. I'm thinking they're gonna stay in the first team. That's what I'm saying. That's a big problem.
But how you gonna give them first chance if it's more than 25 people?
What are you saying?
I'm saying there's only 25 people that can make the first team.
So do you know Tuchel's 25 team already?
We're about to, yeah.
Okay, then I guess we gotta wait. But I'm saying Tuchel himself said he's gonna give them chance. So there's a possibility they could be in the squad.
Do you understand what
And
a
that's
chance
a big
means?
problem. That's a big
Do you understand
problem.
what a chance means? You just said it yourself, a possibility. There's also a
That's
possibility
what
that they won't be in the squad. I don't know why you're choosing this to say that they're going to be in there. That's how you're treating this.
That's why I predicated it by saying possibility. That's a high possibility. They could be in our squad next season.
Okay.
And that's a problem.
I think you're so overcomplicated that there is no complication to this conversation. I'm not even.
I promise you, Alex, right? If these players are not sold, the Barclays, Bashuai, Emerson, they're gonna be in our squad. Even Kepa was named part of the Deadwood that could not be moved. They will be in our squad. Some of them will be in our squad start of next season. I promise you. If we cannot move them because unless we start terminating contracts.
Hold up. Okay, so Daniel made a comment. It's not that big of a deal. He's worried about the possibility. I completely get that. But these players are Chelsea players before even the preseason started. Why are you all of a sudden worried that they could be in the squad? They're already Chelsea players.
This is why I'm worried. This is why I'm worried. Let me explain. Because in the past, they were not meant to play for Chelsea. They were used to make money because our stadium didn't generate enough money, enough margin revenue, right? So we moved these players to make up for that. They were never meant to play for Chelsea. All these players were moved to make. Every season we send them out on loan. They make loan fees, 5, 10 million, whatever. We use that for the gap in our stadium daily revenue, whatever, right? But now the old regime is gone. Now all these players are back. That's not happening anymore. And remember, it was Marina that used to do this. Now she's gone. Everything is dumped on Tuchel. Which that's why I'm saying it's unfair on
Daniel comment.
Let me make this point before Alex, you go. I don't rate Mishi. You don't rate Mishi. 90% of Chelsea fans don't rate Mishi.
Yeah.
But we
tell
keep.
me you rate
we
Mishi.
keep, what? I don't.
rate
I
Mishi?
don't. No one rates Mishi. But we keep looking at everything from our point of view. If Tuchel wants to give this players a chance, let him give them a chance, and we hope and expect that Tuchel will see. Okay, they're not going to cut it out. Or they're not going to be.
No, but then I'm going to look at him and be like, "Well, you had the chance to strengthen our attack."
Well,
and then you thought, "No, let's give Mishi another chance."
Well, the transfer window isn't closed yet.
Savić, who rates? Who I rate?
You're saying you rate Mishi. I think he's taking the. Oh no, Alexis Kavkas. He rates Mishi. Oh no, that's a shame.
Well, we don't care who rates
Alexis anyway. But
they're not. They don't have to make the decision on our team.
Thanks for clarifying that, Xavi. By the way, all I can say, Bowler, calm down, man.
Just wait and give it a chance. Like,
give it a chance.
Okay. I'm saying, like, for example, if you think, for example, that Barkley is gonna be chosen over Mount. Because
No, I'm not
it's
saying
not
choosing
gonna
a Mount.
happen.
I'm saying the fact that Barkley is in our squad and not moved out is a problem. Not being able to move out is a big problem for us because he's on high wages and he's not playing for us most of the
Not on that
time.
high
He's on the
wage.
bench all the time. That's a big problem for us. When
That's not a big problem.
That's a problem for.
But
Trust me, it is.
I know,
It's a
I agree
problem
with you.
in some- it's
To get a
problem in
Barkley, it's a
some
big
areas.
problem. I'm saying like it's not a big problem when Tuchel make his 25-man squad. That's
Also, as well, it's a problem in some instances, but like Barkley's are probably a bad example.
Oh fuck! I thought it was my internet went.
Yeah, I thought
Me
my
too,
internet
man.
went as well.
Alex, Lewis.
Alex is froze.
Alex is frozen.
Interesting. I completely lost my train of thought while that was going on.
Same. I was thinking what's going on.
But yeah, like
Oh.
some of the Deadwood still being here is not a problem. Others being here is. But
Yeah,
that
the
was-
ones,
that was-
especially the loanies. The loanies is a big problem. The ones that are coming back. That's the problem. And there was, I don't know if you guys seen it. There was a report that the new regime, they're worried about our the total wages is too high for Chelsea, especially the number of Deadwoods we have. It's an issue for them. They're worried about that, and they brought it up. Why do we have very high wages, especially for the Deadwood?
I mean, they're on our team now. We don't want them here, right? But there's no offer for them yet. So
Isn't that a problem then? That's my
so
that's
what
my
do you
thing.
want? What do you want Tuchel to do?
Terminate contracts.
I don't think he's in charge of that. I
Terminate
don't think-
contracts.
You know, we're
I
still
think
gonna
that-
have to pay their. You know, we're still gonna have to pay whatever we owe them left.
So okay,
why not just keep them around a little longer, play them, hope that somebody sees them and wants to get them. Because you're gonna pay if you terminate the contract, you're gonna have to pay what we gonna pay them for the next year.
or
2
you can
years.
persuade them to forgo their contract.
They're not going to do that. Why?
They're not gonna
you
do
can't-
that.
They're not going to
They-
do
we
that
owe-
on,
we owe
especially
them
with like.
money.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
They're just not gonna give it up.
Okay,
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, so Arsenal did it, Barca did it. But let me
Yeah,
give you an
no,
example.
no, but look at the players they did it with. Like you can do it with some players, I agree. Like you might be able to do it with Barkley.
Okay.
Like they did it with Kolasinac, they did it with Özil and Aubameyang. Fair enough.
Okay.
But
Can you
like,
guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
the reason they did it with Özil and Aubameyang, they did it because so he could go to Barca. Like,
yeah,
they have to want to go to another club for them to be willing to do that. Like some guys you can do it with, like Barkley, you might be able to. Like Sarr, you might be able to. Werner, you can't. Depending on what he's on, a Batshuayi, you might not be able to. Like it depends what these guys are on.
So what is more disappointing is like the Barclays and whatnot. Their contract was renewed like this January.
Well, that's a different regime. So
Yeah,
I mean,
I know it's different. It's
that's on the
but it's so
stupidest
sad.
we had in
It's
charge
so
before.
stupid though. Their contract was gonna end.
It's I don't want to teach people, but you know that Bowley is gonna have same problem with Chelsea next season. You know that, right? The only reason why Bowley is having money, it's because he's a debt-free club, right?
Yeah.
Do you understand that? So when we're spending 200 million this season, where's that 200 million gonna be on whose books?
Our books, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Let's move next. If we have a debt on our books for 200 mil this season, and our revenue is not going to be as good next season, because, for example, what we didn't win nothing this season, but the Club World Cup, which does not pay a lot of money, a lot of bonuses for everything,
and the Super Cup,
and the Super Cup, which does not make another thing.
And the
You see what I'm saying? So next season, we're not going to have much income, and we already have 200 million debt on the books.
Next year's income depends on the competitions we're in and how far we get because of TV money.
Yeah.
Like if we get quite far in the
it's-
Champions League, we'll have money and we'll have TV rights.
That's what
Like,
I'm saying. But it's last year's competition, last Championship League is going to be this year.
Hey,
So, for
one second,
example,
Lewis, you're showing two Lewis profiles on YouTube.
What?
I only see one.
On YouTube,
Yeah, I've
you
only got
see-
one.
I only got one.
What profile?
like on YouTube, if you go on YouTube, you will see not on StreamYard. On YouTube,
I know
yeah,
what
you're
you're
gonna
talking.
see two.
You still have another one like buffering or whatever.
Too
But
carefully, Lewis.
What's
on-
buffering?
anyway,
What?
Just go on YouTube, you'll see it.
See what?
don't
You
go on
see-
YouTube. Your laptop is so
it
weak,
doesn't
will
matter.
crash.
No, I'm doing it on
Yeah.
my laptop.
It
I'm
just
doing
shows
on my
two of
laptop.
you, Lewis. That's all it does. I just
Yeah.
looked.
It shows
yeah.
what?
It just shows two of you. That's all.
Yeah,
of your
there's two
account.
profiles
you know how
on
it
actual
glitches.
YouTube stream. We don't see it here on StreamYard, but on YouTube stream.
Wait,
there's
yeah.
two.
Why is there two me's? What the fuck?
Well, one is good,
Your-
one is
your
not good.
laptop.
That's
But
weird. I only
what
see
I'm-
one here.
Yeah,
It's fine. One waffles, one doesn't.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. We can continue.
Nacho.
So
This way.
my point is, you're gonna see that thing, and Chelsea is, for example, if Chelsea does not continue to win, or because the winning is actually the reason Chelsea created some kind of traction, because the biggest investment it's still TV revenue for Chelsea. So, for example, if Chelsea does not win anything, we're not getting TV revenue. Do you see what I'm saying? Do people understand how Arsenal can spend 200 mil without being the top four? Because they have a huge stadium.
Yeah.
That's how. So talk to me about the loans and how previous regime was so bad.
No.
They
Absolutely agree.
also-
Alex, I'm agreeing with you. That's a good thing. They were sending people on loan to make money. That's a good thing. I'm okay with
It's
that.
not. No, it's not a good thing.
No.
You can
It's a
sell them and
good
make
thing
money anyway.
until the loan
Come back.
gets into the first team.
Yes, exactly.
That's the bad part about
We
it. I
agree.
understand that.
Yeah.
But something gotta give. The
Oh,
problem
yeah,
with
just sell them
signings.
for. Well, no, our problem with these loans, the reason we've loaned so many of these players out, like Batshuayi, like Lewis mentioned at the start of the stream, last season we could have sold him to Leeds for 10 mil. We decided to say 15 mil and then proceed to loan him to
What about
Besiktas
50
with a 10 mil
mil?
option.
Yeah. 50 mil to
Like,
Dortmund.
it's stupid shit like that. It's like loaning out Bakayoko consistently, asking for 50 mil for Batshuayi from Dortmund after 14 good games. Like, it's stupid shit like that.
But
Like,
the problem with those, Scott, problem with those fees, Chelsea still makes the best out of the out of the youth, because youth, it was no original investment in it. There was no buy-in.
Thank
For
you,
example,
Daniel. Thank you.
For what's his name? First of all, Bakayoko was 40 mil. That's why they keep doing it, so at least recuperate those 40 mil. Same with
you
Batshuayi.
don't always have to recoup the 40 mil.
No.
You, like, you cut your losses.
That's for the clubs that has a big stadium. They can
It's
cut the
not.
money more. Well,
No.
And, like, I'm not being funny. Liverpool managed to do it so much. They just sold it. Like, that's why I want Edward so much. At this club.
That's what.
so
I'm saying.
how many years it took Liverpool to actually win something?
A long while.
Are you as a
That's 'cause
fan
the level
of
of
Chelsea
manager. That's because the level of manager they had. They nearly won it as well. But everyone talks about that slip. They were there, nearly winning the Premier League under Brendan Rodgers. Look at the level of manager they had apart from him. Dalglish, Rodgers, as I've mentioned.
Yeah.
Roy Hodgson.
But hold on a second. But look at this thing. That nearly manager, that was not as nearly as people saying it is, because the slip is not the only thing. City that season City did not slip. For Liverpool to win that year, City is supposed to lose, but they didn't. Doesn't matter if they slip or not slip. They still gonna win it.
No,
it's
but I
not
think
about the Rodgers. They
think they were on
close,
top, right?
but they not finish. Same thing with Liverpool. With what's his name? With Jurgen Klopp. I understand that Jurgen built a good team, but he had to spend the money. If they will not sell that 400 million, what's his name?
What, Coutinho?
Coutinho. Everybody, there's not gonna come Van Dijk. There's not gonna be what's his name, Alisson. That's the only reason they have that. So don't tell me that they actually did something when they didn't. If you're ready to accept to win maybe 2 trophies and get lucky on the cells of one person and a good manager at the same time, I agree with you. But winning the 2 trophies and over so many years, you're out of your mind. I mean, I understand that our previous regime made a lot of mistakes, and I will explain it why. But don't criticize and say that everything is worse specifically for that reason.
The previous regime we had are at fault and are the sole responsibility of why we have some of the problems we do at this club. Namely, a lot of Deadwood. Namely, a shit infrastructure in terms of scouting. Namely, kind of, but not a little bit to do with the stadium, but that is a lot on the Chelsea supporters club as well, which is or the pitch owners.
That's a completely different discussion on that front.
But
no,
they are at fault for why we have a lot of the shit we have.
Scott,
we have Baba Rahman on a contract. We have Baba Rahman on a contract till 2024. We have Marcus Alonso being here for 7 years. We have Batshuayi being here for 6. Matt Miazga being here for 6.5.
He still makes money for us.
I don't care. We're going to make more money by selling them, and then because of what we selling them and having the space on the wages and in the squad, buying better players and winning shit.
That's my issue. That's what I'm saying. It's a big deal. We're in trouble
Do
right now.
do you think City give a fuck? I get they've got rich owners, but does City give a fuck about selling this guy for this much? They're just going to buy someone else and win shit. We made $100,000 off of him from a loan fee and all the wages back.
I understand what you're saying. I'm not disregarding the previous regime. They're not at fault at all. I agree with you. There's for example, I agree that loan system, if it's fine the way they do it, it's just for example, it's a gamble. For Chelsea, it's a gamble. If one of the players that we prospects that Chelsea buys and it doesn't work out, we can't just take a loss on him like City can. Do you understand that? That the loss that we can make, that Chelsea, that City can get, we cannot get. Same with Liverpool. Liverpool cannot take a loss on the significant money. They can't. That's why they go in and buying the players, good signing players based on director. And I agree with you. Liverpool is something to be looked as in the future, how to slowly buy them. Because I agree with you. That's how we should look. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying from previous regime to this regime, you can't just blame everything on that. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not blaming the previous regime. I think they saw that we are short on managerial revenue and they use the loan system to make money. I get that. That was their solution and it worked. I get that. But I'm saying now, finally, it is cutting up to us. Now all those loan players are back.
It's not cutting up for us. It's cutting up for us now. You know why? Because you're changing from one thinking to different thinking, and you expect to be for me is how you can think of, for example, in the long runs when you've been thinking for the short runs all the time.
No.
It will take.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the loan players are all here, and now Tuchel is effectively our DOF, and everything is on him. I'm saying he's not
on him. DOF.
We don't have a DOF, but it's effectively on Tuchel
Do you
now.
know what DOF does?
I know what they do, but I'm saying it is all on Tuchel now because they gave him full control, which is unfair. That's my whole point.
What you mean full control? It's not what DOF does.
No. Okay, well, go ahead.
What DOF is, it's not what Tuchel. What it means is Tuchel. It will be agreed by Tuchel. Agree. Nothing. No contract. No type in the contract. No offer him 100K a week. That's not what Tuchel's gonna do. Okay. Tuchel is gonna say yes or no. That's literally physically what he's gonna do.
So how is
maybe call a player to convince him to go to him?
Okay. So we're talking about the Deadwood, right? So how is the yes or no on the Deadwood going?
Okay. So here's what Tuchel's job is gonna be under Deadwood.
Okay.
At the end of the summer, he's gonna decide. Tuchel's job is gonna be name the 25 players.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna name the 25 players and say fuck to all. It's not his job after that.
That's the dumbest thing ever. because they're still on our book. We gotta pay their wages, right? Don't forget, we gotta pay their.
So I know that, but it's not gonna be in the first team.
Alex, I would even say before the end of the summer, Tuchel's already weeding them
Yeah.
out.
And the
But
thing
there's
is,
going to be
like-
some that we can't
I said-
offload.
Okay, so I said terminating contract, and you are laughing. That's the dumbest thing. We're gonna put them on the reserve and pay their 100K a week wages.
If you're gonna cancel his contract,
Oh
you're
my
gonna
goodness.
pay the end of his contract by
Boy,
wages.
I don't know why you don't
Do you understand that?
So
If it was
okay.
that easy, they would have
Wait,
done it
listen,
already.
listen.
Like,
Okay,
this is the
maybe-
dumbest shit you can ever
Okay,
say.
wait, maybe not terminating, but let him talk to them to forgo their contracts.
And why would they do
Why?
that?
Because they're gonna be on our books.
Are you
Yeah,
kidding
no,
me? Do you not understand?
gonna
Okay,
go
look,
up.
if
I-
Chelsea
I'm-
gave you a 4-year deal and they're paying you 100,000 a week, and they said, "Oh,
Why
you know
would
what?
go and
You know
why
what?
would he
We don't like
terminate
you
it and
anymore."
not get anything?
If it's a legally binding contract, you're gonna be like, "Okay, here's your money
that's-
back.
okay.
You don't have to pay me." Is
But
that how?
wait, like I said, Arsenal did it last January. Arsenal did
Oh
it.
my!
Oh
There's
my
a different.
God.
There's
You
different
Arsenal
did it.
circumstances
Serious,
there.
man.
There are
No,
different
I was gonna say,
circumstances.
Whoa,
They did it-
I'm so lost on this conversation.
Arsenal
They
did
did
it.
it with,
Okay,
they did
wait.
it with, you know,
Goalie's
again,
playing
they did
FIFA
it-
over here.
They did it with Kolasinac. They did it with Kolasinac, who wasn't a key piece and wasn't on that high wages. They did it with Özil after making him public enemy number one and basically like just shunning him, but acting like he was a leper at
And
their
it
club.
still
Like
did
they,
not and still did not terminate his
I was going
contract.
to say,
Went on
and
Right,
they
he was
tried
there
to
for
do
like
it. They
2
tried to-
seasons.
Yeah,
And
they
he
tried to do
shouldn't
it
have.
2 years earlier or a year earlier, and he refused. They only did it with Aubameyang so he could go to Barca.
And there was an Aubameyang's agreement.
Yeah, Aubameyang requested it so he could
Yes.
go to Barca. Like these players aren't going to Alonso, fair enough, so he can go to Barca. Aspi, fair enough.
But he's
Batshuayi ain't going Barca.
But these
Look at
guys
the
aren't
guy.
good.
True.
They're gonna stay and
Okay,
get
fine.
their money because they won't get anything better.
So
elsewhere.
you guys thinking, okay, if Tuchel said, okay, all these players are going to the reserve, I don't want them. All these Deadwood are going to the reserve, I don't want them, right? So you guys saying that's a good thing.
No, but I agree that they need to go.
Offering who to the reserves?
Let's say Batshuayi, the Emersons, the ones that came back from loan, failed loans, whatever. And
So what do you expect them to be? To be in the
no,
first
I'm
team?
just
No,
saying.
but I understand loaning them because you loan them and at least you get loan fees.
No,
that
no,
could
no,
go
no,
towards
that's not
other
what I'm saying.
transfers.
That's
Just
what
like just like Alex said earlier, Tuchel is gonna make his decision on who he wants on the squad. How
Okay.
the club chooses to deal with them, that is a different person's responsibility, not Tuchel's. Tuchel's not gonna say, "Yeah, I want you to loan him out."
No, okay, let
and
me ask the question again.
if
You
he
guys
doesn't
don't
want-
understand. Let me ask you again. If Tuchel says, okay, Tuchel makes his 25 man.
No, declared we
squad,
can't
right?
hear you.
Okay, Tuchel makes a 25-man squad and says, oh, all this that will go to the reserve, right? It is still a problem because they are on our books and we have to pay their wages. That's what I'm saying. We are in deep shit. That's what I'm saying.
Fuck are
We're
you
not in
moaning
deep
about?
not
shit.
sure.
It's
I'm
just
not sure.
We
what
were
you're
shit
talking
the
about.
last season. We were shit in our books in the season before that.
Because we
We're
loaned
not.
them.
We're not in deep shit. We just have to run
Because
down the
we
contract.
loaned them. That was the thing. We loaned them. They are not on our books.
How about now?
But
No,
now,
but it depends.
Yeah, you
Look,
Oh
really-
my
can I just say
god.
this loaning idea? This loaning
This is
idea.
crazy.
This is
people need
crazy,
to-
man.
People need
You know
to
what's even
stop-
crazy? I was muted and, and screaming at Paulie. Bro, yeah, let me sum up what I was saying. Bro, you missed a heap of process. He's going to pick his squad. If you don't make the squad, right, they're probably going to ask to leave anyway. Just like Ziyech feels that way, or he doesn't feel like he's part of the squad or part of the first 11. There's players that want to leave, and if they don't want to, and they can get loaned out, and some you might have to keep, yes. But this is part of the process.
Okay.
This is normal. You're complaining about something that is very normal
No,
and happens every season.
it's not
And you're
normal.
sitting there worried, and then also
It's not
you're like,
normal.
It's
bro,
not
you're like,
normal.
it is normal. It is
No.
normal when you have
for-
that when you're in this situation, right?
for a
Also,
club as
when
big
you're
as
saying
Chelsea-
Tuchel, it's not fair on
it's normal.
Tuchel, bro. Managers dream of this position. You know what the opposite position was? That Tuchel barely got the last say on signings.
Okay, so
Do you think you got a mad say on Lukaku as well? Is that what you think? Or do you only prefer to say, you know what, I want that player? And then you're trying to say it's unfair. The guy doesn't do any negotiating. He just picks the players that he's after. If we and after that, he doesn't even get. There's a good chance he doesn't even get his players too. He might get his second, third, fourth, fifth player, right? And he might not get all the players he wants. So he doesn't have this mad control that you're talking about. But we're in a good situation. The manager is finally getting some players that he needs and some players out. And I'm not sure what your anxiety fear is and what you're complaining about.
Okay, my anxiety is these players are going to be on our books and we have to pay their wages.
But we already have them on our wages.
That's what happens with every player.
No. Last season before last, you can go 5 years. They were always loaned out. And
Yeah, so we don't pay their wages.
Yeah, but we haven't reached. Yeah, but they might be loaned out again. Also, like with the loan thing, people need to realize this is you don't like suddenly lose. Like it depends on with the wages. It depends on the package you agree. We could still pay. We could loan a player out and still pay all of his wages. We could loan a player out and we pay none of his wages. We could loan a player out and pay half. Like it can work in those ways as well.
No, yeah, you're talking about in general. I'm talking about the players we loan to make money. That's what I'm saying. The players we loan to make money. I'm saying if those players are still here next season, that's a problem. We just added more wages on our books.
But we haven't even got to the end of the window.
Can we just
they're already on our books.
But we might get rid of
We're
them,
not
though.
adding to our books. We're already on our books.
So last season, did we pay the wages for Emerson?
I don't know.
No,
he was on loan.
It was exactly.
We don't know exactly.
Yeah, but
we
he
could have
probably
paid some of
a
it. We could have paid some of it. You don't know that.
Okay, I don't know that, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but the loan had a buyout too, and if he did well, or if everything worked out, it was almost like a sale, right?
Yeah.
So it's halfway to getting what you wanted. You wanted to get rid of that player. That's what was happening.
No, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Sending Emerson to Lyon and with a buyback clause, it did not work out. But I mean, I'm okay with that last season. But this season, the article came out yesterday. It says that Chelsea are struggling to get 180 million worth of players out of the door because of their high wages, and there's no interest in them.
So, do you think that was a problem last season as well?
It was not, because the old regime, they have a solution for it. They will always send them out on loan to make money for.
So you think we're not going to loan any players?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
like
we can loan any players.
Yet.
We can loan any players. But
I think he thinks that Tuchel's responsibility for that. That's the bad part.
So who is responsible? Boli?
Yeah. No, the guy who's actually
a team of hundreds of people who are working behind the scenes to make these things happen.
Okay, so you
guys.
Chris.
Oh, he's gone.
Let me repeat. So you guys think if all these players are in the reserve and we are paying their wages, it's not a big deal?
Okay,
No,
let me ask you this. Around this time last season, do we have a lot of players on the books who would probably not have a spot in the team but ended up leaving?
No. I'm okay if they are loaned, of course. If they are out, if we take them out and we loan them, that's okay.
Okay, but it's only July. What do you? Why are you? You should complain about this when the season started and the window is closed and we have all these.
I know we could loan them. I'm saying if we didn't loan them, and you guys saying it's okay to have them in the reserve, that was my problem.
If we didn't,
so what are you worried about?
Why are you complaining about a hypothetical?
He's nervous. He thinks that's Tuchel's job, man. That's what he said. That's what the whole conversation started, because he thinks that Tuchel is DOG for Chelsea now, so it's Tuchel's job to get rid of them.
So
that's what he's saying.
And he won't be able to do his job competently
enough,
so they'll all be here.
So like I said earlier, right? Marina was effectively our DOF.
No,
even though
first of all, it wasn't Marina's job either. Marina did not do the loans.
He did. She did.
No, she didn't. You motherfucker, man.
Oh, you don't have to curse. Don't do that. She did. She was the one moving all our players out.
Whether she did or not,
Bowley. She did a great job. I'm not
necessarily
criticizing that. She did a great job.
Bowley, I don't think Tuchel is the one. He's not qualified for this type of job. Like, I don't understand why you think that a coach is in charge of negotiating a player being loaned out or being sold. He's gonna delegate who he wants on his team, and someone else within the club is gonna take care of moving these players out. He's not assuming the DOF role in that area. He's only doing that in terms of picking out players that he wants or players that he doesn't want. He's not negotiating anything, whether it's incomings or outgoings. He doesn't do that. He's not part of the legwork in that process.
But
I mean, does that make sense? No, he's in charge. He's in charge of making the decisions, but in terms of the legwork, he's not qualified for that.
Okay,
for
yeah,
sake.
I agree
How
with
can
you on
think?
that.
Okay, so what point are you trying to make?
I'm
Hey,
trying to say.
Paul.
I am trying to say.
Paulie, just tell us your fears. Maybe it's easier.
Okay,
We'll work
okay, this
backwards.
is my
We
fears.
Quentin Tarantino this.
Okay,
Tell
this
us the ending, and then we'll get back to the start.
Okay, let me tell you the ending, the climax. This is my fear. What I'm saying is, if these players, if we are unable to move these players, everything is gonna fall down on Tuchel, and I don't want that. And that will be
And
very
what
unfair.
in result you
How
think
do
he's
how
gonna
do you know that?
get the
How do you
sack from
know
it?
Right.
Maybe
Do
not.
you feel
I
that
don't know.
his job's on the line because of that?
Guys,
Maybe or maybe not.
no, guys.
Look,
I
read
have
the
half the
super
comment.
chats.
I have half the comment section begging to end this conversation. So, for the sake of the chat, we're gonna leave. I'm gonna go for a few super chats before we wrap up the stream.
Yeah.
Daniel Gianni says, "Time for a new laptop, Lewis." Yes, it is that time. Naval Nation says, "Watch how Barca go after our next target, whoever it is after Kounde." I say we go to try and re-sign Timo Werner to a new contract and see if we can call Barcelona's bluff. Kronos Dan says, by the way, you guys all are in for the lottery as well. We do have this all saved up. Kronos Dan says, why can't we just do a fire sale of Deadwood cheap? And no, we've already done this. Like, we're trying to do this. The whole problem is they're all on major wages, or they're so shit nobody wants them. But it is what it is. We have to run down those contracts. It's the only way we're going to make it work. And last but not least, Winter Surfer says... Oh, no, wait, not last but not least. Winter Surfer says, Lewis, please stop this conversation. We in the chat can't take this anymore. I'm losing the will to live. I'm sorry, guys. I have not been concentrating the last 20, 25 minutes. But it's what it is. Naval Nation says, it's never the manager's problem. It's a club problem. But we are still yet to get to a director of football. We still need a director of transfers. All I know is we've got a marketing guy. That's the problem at the moment for me. I mean, there is a couple players we've been linked with that have been like, but we have to see out of the players that have joined us how they bed into the squad and whoever joins in as well. But I do agree. We need a director of football. We need someone who does and we also need a new scout. Get that Scott McLaughlin guy out of here immediately because he's held us back.
Well, that's what happens with a director of football. I'm pretty sure he brings his own people in.
Fears being stuck in a lift with Kladsref and that would be funny. That would be fucking
hilarious. That's the comment for you, man.
No, that's not for me.
Yeah, it is. Because you have a fears.
I'm
you shouldn't be a fear.
Yeah, there are worse things to worry about, Bully.
Yeah, I do horror movies. I don't do
Yes, hopefully the next stream will be the Kounde announcement, but we'll have to wait until the next stream. But yeah, guys, 2 hours 41 minutes in, we are going to wrap up. Declared, what are you going to say?
I was going to say, imagine Werner actually rips it up this season if he stays, and then like, I mean,
I did imagine this. I did imagine, and then I woke up.
I will buy I'll buy a shirt of Werner on the back and wear it for every stream for the season.
Imagine
and then Kladsref will come in and everyone would just be listening to and nodding their head when he says.
Imagine
tell us more, Kladsref.
Opinion a lot more if that happens. Yeah. That would be mad. Imagine Kladsref on smoke. But yeah, guys, we are going to wrap up here. Big up everyone that's been locked in. Like and subscribe. It has been another really good stream, and we'll be back tomorrow. Unless we get a Here We Go from Kounde, then maybe tonight. But bear with us, and we'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Same time, same place, same channel. And as always, up the Chels.